Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that I'm back and I'm trying my phone again. And I have connected to the internet once again. We got 5 bars, and someone told me there's an internet truck around the corner. They're here around the corner, so they're trying to fix something that went wrong. And I apologize for all the distractions today, but it happens that way sometimes out here. Um, get this phone set up where it needs to be here. Hold on just a minute. All right, so we're back up and running, and we've got Sofi on the run, higher lows. Why? Okay, so let me get back over here now and open this up, my channel, and it's good to see that we have internet connection again now. All lights are on the modem. So, golly, don't know what in the heck happened today during the middle of the day, but it's frequent here in this area, as I've already said to you. And so now I'm going to go to my live, and there is the picture. We're going to click on it right now, and you guys can watch me do this together. Back to the old way, folks. And I am going to close this stream out, so that's gone. That is done. I'm sorry about that. That didn't last very long. But here we are, folks, and we're going to edit this video right now, the one that we are playing for you. And we are going to make sure that it gets seen by as many people as possible by making the following changes to it. And while we wait for this page to load up, we'll go back to Sofi. You can see it is at $7.50 a share, $7.49. And folks, there is absolutely no fear among the people that own this stock today. There's none. The only ones that are living in fear is the ones wondering how we're going to keep this thing at $7.50. How are we going to keep borrowing these shares every single day and keep it at $7.50? How are we going to do that? That's their game plan that they're looking for. How are they going to keep Tyler from putting higher, higher, higher all the time? That's what their main desire is, right? They don't want the higher. That's their main desire. Keep it from being higher. That is all they care about. And good luck with that, my friends, with what's about to happen with this next earnings report. And so I want to also now, as I said, change this video. So we're going to come over here and we're going to put Sofi higher. Hold on a second here. I do need to put my caps button on to do this. Higher highs is, but why does she rise? Higher highs, but why the rise? Sofi aims to be the top digital bank in the world. And now we're going to save that right there. Delete. And here it is. Save. And then we're going to come down here and we're also going to change this. And we're going to update this picture to the picture that's on my computer, not the one I took from my phone of my desktop. And that's going to say lows. So we're going to replace this with Sofi higher lows, and the picture's going to look a lot better. And then we're going to come down here and click show more. And now we're going to say that this is not an AI event. We do not want to allow chapters. We do not want to allow automatic places. We will allow that. We will also change this down here to recording date to today. And we will come over here to Creative Commons, which we want instead of YouTube Standard. And now we'll hit save for all that, and it will look good and professional. So here we are, stage 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's round 3. Round 3 begins with the run-up of the afternoon, which should begin in 10 minutes at 3:06. Or now, look at it right there. Either that or it just goes ahead and starts right now, folks. And congratulations if you're buying more Sofi today at these low prices. You're a genius. That is no-brainer, folks. $7.50 going to 10. $7.50 going to 10. And I got to put this mirror back. That's I get in trouble. Okay. Okay, everybody. We are back, and we're going to watch Sofi run right now. Let's just see how high. No one knows, but it is going to run. And ACHR is done. Someone was talking to me about this earlier today. This house now has the potential to make a move off that major double ta bottom, double ta again. And there she is, starting to finally make her move. ACHR, people were asking me about this. They took it negative, and now they're taking it positive. And watch the same thing happen to Sofi. They got it negative, and they said, look at that. We got it at 749. And they all celebrate this afternoon when it closes at 788 a share. And they all are so happy that they got it down there and grabbed it off of the weak hands today with 25 million shares traded. Beautiful. They're just elated about that. And you should be taking some more of this on right here, folks. By the way, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. By the way, ACHR, like I said, that does look good for a climb, but be careful. Don't go too heavy because it could be pulled back. It'd be just a little bit of a pump and dump there. ASST looks good and stabilizing. 288. Are you kidding me? Oh, God. The games they play. AZTR, barely green, and look at the accumulation right there as it flatlines. BNRG up 9%. That's good to see. Just keep doing that every single day. BOF at 293 down 13% exactly almost. What do you know? 13% down. BFLY, Barfly, still not moving. A lot of volume on it, 9.5 million, but not really moving. CING, nothing to do there yet. EBS, no problems. FCUV, hey, I'm up on that, man. I bought that at 28. Nice. Nice. FFIE, well, congratulations, folks. She's back over 5 now, on her way to 6 and 7 now. Let's watch that happen again. GDC, oh, there she goes. Back up over 7. Someone was saying you ought to sell some of that this morning over 7 and buy back lower, so they may have been right about that. And let's go over here now and take a look at LUMN. And folks, I still love this chart, and I told you to hold on to this and look at it now. Look at LUMN up 15% today, everybody. Still holding that. Yep. Lumen, I'm still holding that from buying it at $4.71 a share quite a while back. And I hold a lot of it. Meanwhile, Sofi hovers around 749, where the weak and very humbled shorts, I must say, since the price was $6 3 weeks ago, they've sure clammed up, haven't they, about all their negativism about this stock. You can't find any negative news about it. Where is it? Where's a bashing article? Not one there, not one there, not one there, not one there. A good article for our company, which was Galileo, 8 days ago. No bad article there. No bad article there. No bad article. No bad news. No bad news. Nothing bad. This is the only warning, and it was just a big fake thumbnail BS, because this guy is a big-time Sofi proponent. I know because I've been speaking to him, and he is a definite proponent of Sofi, and that's just a way to thumbnail click you in, folks, because he's going to hit you with all the facts once you get there. I like him. His name is Parkev. All right, so anyway, make a long story short, there is no panic selling going on today with that minimal volume, 25 million. That's probably how many shares they borrowed today to short to sell. 25 million, that's about what they usually will do. And yesterday, in case you didn't know it, they returned a lot of shares, almost 1,749,000, I believe it was. I was told by our gentleman that does trending stocks. He notified us all that the shorts had returned a boatload of shares yesterday afternoon. Nice. And today, to see them trying to so desperately hold us at 750, and I tell you what, it took them some money to do that. They didn't just do that without spending money, folks. They had to fork out the jack to get it to be attacked. And that's all there is to it, folks. They had to put out the money today to get this thing to fall. And good for them. I'm glad that they're being forced to do that, because I keep looking over here at this chart, And I don't see a pretty picture for the shorters here. It doesn't look good at all for me, to them, from my viewpoint. No siree, buddy. And I want you to see something. See where the crossover occurred, where the price was when the crossover occurred? The price down here at 745 was where the price was when the crossover occurred. And where is it now? The same price. All they've accomplished is getting the price back to where it was when the crossover started. That's all they've done. They can't get it below this number. They can't get it below that right now. There's just too much there. There's too many people buying it there. They bought it before there. There's the number where we are right now. And look across the chart. And look at all that. Look at that pile up right there at that number before right there. Look at that, folks. Look. I do like my phone better because I can do this. This is a definite point before where they tried to run it down to. See, this was a point of resistance on the run up before, and they pulled it down a little, and then it blasted off after that. So now they try and run it down, and it becomes their demise. It becomes their point of resistance to dropping it now, too. This is where it's going to go to now, the same point right there. And that's going to be where the resistance is to the drop. Over here, it was resistance to the pop. Here, it's going to be resistance to the drop. And then it is going to pop off this number. That's my call, and I could be wrong, but I definitely do not think so. Looking at this chart right there, and what happened after they tried to hold it there. Look what it did. Look what it did. Look what it did. Look what it did. And now they try to take it back to the same point where it was right before the triple upside crossover today. And they got help a lot yesterday, by the way. And this is no coincidence that the number's sitting there right there. This is no coincidence at all. And the smart buyers will be buying right here at that number. I promise you. Because they can already see what I'm showing you. They're going, well, this was a big point of resistance before. When they tried to run this thing up, they tried to stop it there and pull it back down off that number. And then it just bolted right on up. So probably going to be resistance now to the bottom, most likely. And sure as hell it is. There it is, resisting it right now. Saying, well, we're not going to go any lower. We're done. We're done with this game. And we're done at not 745, but 749 is where it ends today, folks. Not 745. It ends 5 cents higher. The resistance point. Just so you could be aware of that. I wanted you to see that, right? Yeah, you can see it. Every one of you can see it. And no wonder they tried to take the low down today to 742. 742. Huh. What a coincidence. See, I show you these things, folks, because they matter. Someone asked me, how is SIFY doing? I haven't been monitoring that one here. Down 8%. You know, but I want you to know, folks, this is kind of interesting that today I told you that this whole market was going to make another recovery. And I believe that you can clearly see that it has rebounded very well. And even though there's some adversity to them trying to keep on shoving people out right now, you could definitely see what happened today, boy. That Dow started taking off on them, and they realized then, oh my God, this thing is getting ready to come completely unloose. And so they said, let's scoop up some more. Let's run it red again one more time today. And then from the rest of the week, we'll just let it go out till Friday and run like crazy. So get ready for a Thursday run like you haven't seen in a while. And then a Friday closeout that will have everyone ringing that bell right off that gong, and there'll be ticker tape falling from everywhere, and people will be applauding all across the market floor, because Friday is going to be an amazing 500-point gain on this on the Dow and the Nasdaq up 350. You'll see. This is just the final shazah for them shorties to try to fake anyone out with today. This is going to be it. And they did play a head game on them even this morning. See, they got those people tempted to coming in when they had it up 200 and said, okay, now we're gonna do the double fleecing and really get rid of all the weak hands. And that's what they did today. Very nice of them to do that. But as I said to you guys earlier, one thing you need to pay attention to here is the volume in the marketplace is increasing in a big way, okay? The volume is increasing, and I go over here and I've been telling you and showing you how many more institutions have been buying into SoFi lately. It's undeniable there's been a lot more accumulation of SoFi shares, and it's going to continue, folks. It's just going to keep happening. There's no reason for it to stop happening. There's no reason for them to quit buying shares of SoFi. There's none. And they're not going to quit. They're not going to quit buying them. They're going to keep accumulating here, folks. Even on these low days like today, they'll just accumulate more. Dollar cost averaging down. And remember, the convertible notes were acquired at $7.27 each. So everyone who got those convertible notes is still sitting back and breathing easy and smiling because it's already rising. And they know it's going to $12.29. They're not concerned about the games played by hedge funds every single day. They don't care. They don't care one little bit about it. They know where it's going. They're going to take it there, folks. They're going to take it to $12.29, and they're going to take it to $14.54. And the time now is 3:08. So they should start in now. Usually 3:06 is the time. Let's go look at the chart and see what's happening at this very moment and see if they've started some green candlesticks at 3:08. So let's go over here and take a look. And I think I see some down there showing their heads. Wow. Man, look how hard they came at this when they saw that triple crossover. Look how hard they came at it when they saw that happening. And every time they drove it down, they hit the 45 and it launched off of it. Hit the 45, it launched. Hit the 45, it launched. Hit the 45, it launched. Here they finally pushed it back down below the 200. But wait, where's it going to go next? How much higher does it go from here is what I want to know. When it breaks over the 200 the next time. And by the way, here's where it crossed over before, down here. We're not there yet, folks. The 200's not going to drop all the way back down to here. For it to do that, the price would have to fall all the way down to here for the 200-day moving average to come all the way down to that level where it was right there, folks. I'm telling you, for this 200-day moving average to hit that level right there, this low will have to fall to that level right there where it did before. And that's a long ways from where we are now down to that number right down there. That's a very long ways. And I don't see it happen. I don't see it happening. That price right there, folks, $7.30 a share. $7.38. Keep that number in mind. $7.38 a share, folks. And look where it is now. The price of SoFi will have to fall to $7.38 a share to get the 200-day back down to this level right here, folks. And I don't see it happening. Matter of fact, I think this thing's going to turn right now, and I think it's going to be good because it's going to be right in between this low here and this high here. Right here in the middle is where this stops and goes north. And you could definitely see, man, oh my God, they saw that 2 times and they saw it start to run up twice. They know where the tendencies to take this right now is up, folks. They want it up. Everybody wants it up. 750-something institutions want this price to rise, and 29 are trying to make it fall, people. It's as simple as that. Look over here at institutional ownership, and you'll see that 758 institutions currently expect SoFi's price to rise. And so many have been coming in lately that the increase has been 7.42% over the most recent quarter. Institutions coming in to SoFi and increasing their value in their portfolio. Yep. Why would they be doing that before this next earnings call, the profitable blow their minds earnings call? And why in the world do you think that the price is going to be $3 more at 1049. See that high right there? 1049. Wait till you see how soon we get to that number once we pass over $8, folks. It's going to be a very quick spike from 8 to 920, and then a pullback to 888, and then it's going to go past 920 to 1049, and then 1054, and then 11, and then 1220 will be the next wall. Amazing. By the way, I did find out from my son around the corner there is a cable truck there. There's an internet truck there. Wow, internet truck is there. And so that's what's going on. My internet, something's going on in our neighborhood. There are trucks around here trying to solve the problem. And I still don't have every single light here. I've got one of them left that's still flashing over here on my microcell, but at least 2 more came back on, so that's a good thing. 2 more came back on, which I'm glad of. And so now I'm going to go over to this video live. So I can see what you guys and gals are saying here. Okay. So there it is. The 3rd video today put up with the same thumbnail about the lows going higher. And I now see my screen. Good. And we see what you guys are saying. SIFY Thursday. Copy that, cat. All right. AUUD has bounced twice off 88, so maybe a bottom now. Thank you, Broadway Show. What's up, Big Cat? Yeah, hey, Mark. Loaded up big today on Sofi. I can't wait to win big on it. Yep, me neither. How is SIFY doing? I just looked at it. SIFY Thursday. Copy that, cat. Okay. Well, folks, it looks like I was wrong. Sofi doesn't look like it's hitting 8 today. Jacob, don't say that just yet. Don't say that just yet, because the time now is 3:14 p.m. and there is very little chance here with this volume. And folks, look over here, folks, at every bit of the markets starting to go and turn green. All right, I think every one of them. I think the NASDAQ is about to go green, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But interesting to see it down 88. Do you like that number? Just down just then. The exact number, 88 down. That's what it was down. 88 down, folks. You're going to see it again in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And how interesting that they would run it down right down there to 88 just then. And now it's only down 85. Why would they take it down to that number, 88, and then turn it around, and now it's going to go to 82, and now it's going to go into the 77? Why would they do that down to 88 right there, that specific number? Huh. I don't know. Maybe it's because one of their favorites. There it is, 79. And now we're going to see 72. But why would they take it down 88 exactly, 88, 88 right there, and then turn it around and make it go green? Huh. I don't know. Looks to me like they just did that, though. Looks to me like that's exactly what they did. Trying to now, after a great day of flushing people out early in the morning and then giving them a head fake and then flushing them out at 10 in the morning and then give them another big head fake midday. What a great day for the NASDAQ manipulators to just totally take it to the cleaners on stupid retailers again. Yep, 84.88 now, folks. What a number. 83.33. What a number. Let me guess. Next, 831. 83.31. Yep, 83.31. But nope. She's going to jump now, folks, and the money's going to start coming in. The NASDAQ has turned, now only down 78. It's already recovered 10, and it's going to end up green. And all the opportunists are going to buy now. Oh, 7966. What do you know? Huh. 79.66, then back up to 80.21. Huh. 79.66. Well, I got news for you, folks. Looks to me like this thing's fixing to drop down below 76 negative, and then 72 negative, and then 65 negative. You might see a 6.6 hang on for a little while, but to me, this seems to me like there's some people that are starting to get a feel for getting back in and wading into the water here. And so let's just see if that's what happens here. If they keep coming in, or will they try to hold it down 88.88. Let's just go see that, folks. 87.33, another number they love. It's funny, you know, as you sit here and watch this, you're going to see a lot of numbers that I call out and tell you to buy and sell. They show up here. There's one right there. I would tell you to start selling it at 97, 98, 99. And here we are right here hovering around that now. 97, 98, 99. Oh, my goodness. 8665. Huh. All right. I just like to watch this, folks, as I go through the day sometimes and check things out. And what a day. Doug Dillner is blind, and he says he's listening in. Just got here. He's asking you to tell him the current Sofi price. Okay, very cool. The current Sofi price right now is at, looks like $7.45. And that is, by the way, $1.45 higher than it was 3 weeks ago. So Sofi is now $1.45 higher than it was 3 weeks ago when the price was $6.01. And you may not know this, but it was actually, the price was much, much better than $6.01. It got all the way down to $5.70 that day when it was $6.01. They're showing on Yahoo $6.01 for the low. But I had one person on here told me they bought in the pre-market at $5.70. So right now, as you can see, if it was $5.70 on that day, and you can see over here, and it's amazing that I'm trying to get you to a historical data chart here, and you can see that the day that the price hit $6.01, which happens to have been all the way back now, it keeps getting further and further away, folks, the day that it hit $6.01. It keeps going further and further away. And let's go see when it was, though. There it was. So this day right here, August the 5th, Sofi was at $6.01, and it was shorted so much there that it actually went down to $5.70 during the pre-market. It went down to $5.70. And then they tried to hold Sofi's price at $6.41 once. It went up to $6.66. They brought it down to $6.41 twice, $6.41 three times. And I'm going to show you right here where that all occurred so you can see how much $6.41 did and used to mean to the shorts. It's become a past number now, and it's not even reachable. But as you can see here, these prices were in the 8s, the 7, 8.34, all the way up to 8.52 for a high, 8.58 for a high, 8.69, up over 9, 9.17, 9.13, and then suddenly you saw the price go down all the way here on a bunch of naked shorting, by the way, to 7.05, and then they kept after it. And they drove it down to 661, and they kept after it, even though it rose back up to 720s. They stayed after it, and they rode it right on down, and they got it all the way down here to 620, and everyone was, oh my God. And then here came the numbers that they love. 641 once. It went up to 666 for the high that day, 665, and then 641 twice. Then it went again to 666 for the high that day, and 641 for the third time. And see how hard? And then it went to 655. And then what did they do? It went up here into the 7s. But folks, keep in mind that you saw right there, 641, 641, 641. And you know what they were trying to do by doing that? They were trying to get people to lose heart. See, they would get it all the way up in the 7s and 8s and even in the 9s and drive it down to 641 to try people out, to try to wash them out completely, to get them to lose their desire to hold this anymore. And they did it once and it went up to 666, and they did it twice, and then they did it up again to 648, 655, and then they did it 3 times. And they were just right here, folks. They were really giving it their very best to scare everyone out. Then you saw a 615 low come out. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, they got it back up into the doggone 7s to 742 a share, 750, 766 for a high. Went to 795, pushing on the $8 door on July the 30th. Pushing on the $8 door, and lo and behold, after that, they drove and again tried to wear everyone out with a 601 low on August the 5th. And see, this is the mistake they made. They thought that once they had 641 3 times back here, bam, 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 and then they were able to get a 615, bam, and down then to 601, they started thinking this is going perfect for us. And they were using big volume to get it there. Look at that. 65 million shares were traded that day to make the price fall to 601. And then they thought right there, folks, many of them were mistaken in thinking if we can drive it from this 9s down to the 7s and into the 601, we're going to take it to 445 Chia Day again. But that was a big mistake, folks, because there was only one last time you saw 641, and it was right there. And you're never going to see it again, folks. You're never going to see 641 again in SoFi's pricing, in my opinion. And I could be wrong, but I sure don't think so. I don't think so, folks. And I don't think it should be a surprise by anyone to see SoFi's high drop 30 cents today. 30 cents. But I want you guys to know, in regards to this, right now, today's date is not September 3rd. They want me to keep showing you data that's old, so I have to go down here and change this to the stupid 5th. Okay, this is so stupid what they're doing on my channel now, or whoever's doing this here. 2024 done. Now I might be able to see today's data too. Wouldn't that be neat for them to show me today instead of yesterday at the top here, like they think you're looking at? But I want you to see something, folks. This high yesterday was 792. And we did not close anywhere near that high yesterday of 792. It closed at 753. So I said to you, expect it to drop lower. Okay, that's not good. We needed to close yesterday near this high of 792, but when it closed at 753, that was not a good sign, and we should have known that it was going to fall. And it went open 10 cents lower and only went 1 penny below that low. Huh? What? That's interesting, huh? The NASDAQ now only down 80 points. It's not 88 anymore. It's actually rising. And we still have 35 minutes left. It's going to be green by the end of the day. Yep, they got their 88 out of their system. It's all over. There was the one that was 88 down, and now it's only down 80. And soon it's going to be down, like I said, 70, and then it's going to be down 60. And watch how fast it changes here, folks. Watch how fast this goes from 80 down. Watch how fast this goes to green. Because once they all see that it's over and it's starting to make its move before even tomorrow, they will come in. That is my call. We will see many more come in here. If this thing keeps falling down into the 60, then 50, they will really come along. And then you're going to see it really quickly change. Here we go, folks. It's starting right now. I'm going to call it. It's going to start now. Watch it drop to 72 now. Yep. And then 68. 72, 68. Here it comes. 3, 2. There's your 72. Now 69 or 68. It's going to happen very quickly, folks. The losses are going to quickly go away. It's going to be at 62 next before you know it. Yep, here it comes. And it'll happen fast, folks. It's going to get green real quick here on them. 65 will be next. 65 will be next. They'll try, of course, the 666 number here for a second, but watch it go, folks. Watch this thing go green. Because the money's flowing in, everyone. I've been telling you all along, these people are taking advantage of the weak and gullible and stupid. And we're not that. We're very smart people. And we can already watch probably Sofi start to turn with it. Come on, Sofi. Let's get on this thing and run, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go with the NASDAQ. Now only down 66. Now only down 66. There it is. Couldn't hold the 88. Won't hold the 66 either, folks. There's too many buyers coming in. This is going to go to 63 here in a second. It's going to go from 66 to 63. But you saw him there try to stop it at 66. Here it comes. 66, 63, 61, and 58 right after that. It's going to be very fast, folks. I'm telling you, this is going to go very quickly green, in my opinion. And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I've seen this movie before. I've seen the movie. Shake them out, bake them out, fake them out. Take them out. Yep, and then run it up. Fill the cup. Everyone's, what's up? Well, the freaking NASDAQ is up, and it's going up now. It's going up. It's rising, and I don't mean the declines are rising. I mean our gains. 67 now. Here we go. 63. We're going to blow past 66 now. Watch it just smash that right past. There it is, 63. I called it. And here comes 59 and 58. I don't know which will hit first. Here it comes. Right now, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 59, 58. Oh, it's coming, folks. And then 55 will be the next number. And watch how fast this thing all dissolves away. All the fakery and all the smoke and mirrors. There's your 58. I called that. Next 55. Here it comes. I like it when I can call these things out for you guys. There's the 55. Here comes a 49, and it's going to go very fast here, folks. All the losses are quickly going to go away here. And you can see, if anything, they'll try to hold it at 33 red. That's a favorite number of theirs, 33. Just like the Masons, folks, the 33rd Masons. Yes, the Sofi price currently right now is at $7.47. And we are looking at it to continue to rise from this number. And what I need to do is actually get over here. I'm watching the NASDAQ number. As I told everyone, I did not believe it would end up red today. I thought there was a lot of manipulation that happened today again. And I think that they did what they wanted to do this afternoon. Take it right on down, red one more last time, and then run it up on Thursday and Friday. And they're already starting to run it up now. The run-up is beginning as I witness, as you're watching me tell you what was going to happen here. It's interesting to see it develop. And the way I call it, almost right word for word, it just falls right in place. And the reason it does is because it looks, it feels, and smells like manipulation. To me, this whole week has seemed like nothing more than complete and utter manipulation. Okay, you looked at the fair value at 626. Okay, got it. Nay. I got you. All right. Well, folks, it looks like I was wrong. Ha ha ha. I wasn't wrong. This doggone NASDAQ's about to freaking go green. It's already down 54 now only instead of 88, which we just saw 15 minutes ago. And I called it, folks, and it's going to go green. It's not going to end at 17077, and it won't probably stop up 17088 either, although they certainly would love to stop it there and have it down 49 cents on the day. And that was probably what they're aiming for, is a 17088 close here. That's what they're going to try to get. 17088 close is coming your way, folks. Get ready for it, everyone. Stay tuned and get ready for the NASDAQ to close up at the number 17088. Now, some might say, what do you mean up? Well, it was at 16,000 6 months ago, and I told everybody it was going to go much higher. And it did, and it has. Here we go. 17080. It's coming, folks. Right now. Watch how fast it comes. 17080. And then we're going to go on up. Show your profit and loss report. Sure. These are the stocks that we bought and sold over the month of July. Every one of these, we bought and sold it. We don't hold any of them. There might be some of us that are holding a few shares of these. But over the last, that was July there, and then over here you can see what we made on some other ones here. Up through August here. I don't mind showing you these. Take a picture of them. And I put the dates down so you can see, then confirm the dates that they jumped up 100%, or they jumped up. You can see the dates of them. And if you think I was going to show you, if you think I was going to show you my bank account or whatever, I don't do that. And I never ask anyone to believe anything I say. You can, and this is the interesting thing about YouTube. And I always say this to people. Some people come over here and they sometimes they need to have proof, and I understand that. You don't want to believe in somebody who doesn't know what he's talking about, but I've been trading for 24, 25 years, and the people that are here on this channel, which is numbers over 15,500 subscribers, is that many people, folks, is tuning in. 86% of them are return visitors to listen to what I have to talk about with Sofi each day and other stocks that we make very good money on. And to give you an example of some of those stocks that we have made very good money on here, besides the list that I just showed you just then, one of them would be this one right here, ASST. And you can see it's up 40% today. And you can also see this was on my buy list some time ago. You'll give me just a second. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock that around. But this is just some of the places where we were buying ASST on the 28th at 10 a.m. And you can see all the shares that we picked up there on the 28th on ASST and the prices we bought them all for. Okay? And so that is a good place right there to have bought some shares of ASST. And many of the people that are on this channel were buying with me at the time that I bought those shares there. So I want to congratulate those of you who did that, ASST buyers. Congratulations, those were some good prices to buy in. Now, we're holding some, not all of them always make a ton of money for us. There's a few of them that we're losing a little bit of money on. I admit to it. There's a few we got in on that have drifted down, and we just need to be patient with them, and eventually we'll just start selling them off little tidbits at a time and moving that over to big runners that'll go up another 80%. So we don't worry about ones that fall a little. Even if they've down 25 or 30%, it's nothing to worry about, folks. You move it over onto one that jumps up 60%. It's as simple as that. You know what? That's as simple as that. You see this ASST, you know a lot of us were buying this the other day, and you could have been buying it with us. These buys on Sofi, these buys right here, folks, were nice buys. You can see all these buys picking up ASST over here too, the same time. This is another one. ASST buy 283, 284, 287, 288, 293, 289. Just buying the crap out of this. And you can see where it is now, but some of you people that were with me started buying, like I said, down here in the 240s and so forth. And today, what was the high today? 347. Well, I wonder, did anybody at all who is a proponent and a subscriber to this channel who has seen this sell list at least 200 times, did anybody have a sell order in at the number 47? Did anybody have a number in to sell this stock at 247? You should have, because it's on my sheet right there. 247, 248, 249, and 250. You should have had sell orders in on that right there. Up this much, you definitely should have them there, folks. You've got to expect it to pull back after you sell there. All right. So in this case, it wasn't 247. It was the high today was 347. 347. Right there was the high today. And there it is on my sheet. That number is one of the sell numbers on a sheet of any stock you own. And don't worry about it being the numbers 8. All right. It could be from the 7s to the 8s, or it could be from the 3s to the 4s, or from the 2s to the 3s. You want to sell at this number, 347, 348, 349, and 350, and buy back as low as 333 or lower. And look at this, you're at 288, my gosh, off of that number, 288 for gosh sakes. And by the way, that's where you should buy this stock now. Just so you know. That's where they're going to try to close it at the end of the day. They got 20 minutes to try to hold it at 288 a share, and that's what they're going to try to do, folks. And if they do, then I can't imagine what it's going to do in the after hours and how high it might go if they're able to manipulate and hold it at 288 all afternoon. 78 million shares traded today. It averages 4 million. But eventually, you guys are going to take a picture of this piece of paper and you're going to start living by it, and you're going to make a good living by it, okay? Please pay attention to these numbers. This is my trading. This is it in a nutshell, folks, and you can do very well if you'll follow these guidelines. I promise you, you will do well. Chances are you will anyway. I can't make any promises. I never do, and I'm not a financial advisor. But I know how to read charts. And one thing I've been telling you guys, another thing is this stock here, this Lumen. I told you about this, and I've been buying more of it because I told you, in fact, I'd moved it from over in my day trading to my longs, and I'm long on this stock. And I told you that I was going to do that because of this chart. And when I looked at the 1 year chart on this stock and I saw that triple upside crossover, I told you, folks, I'm going to go long on this stock. And that's what I told you I was going to do. And the price on that day was $1.43 a share when the price crossed over right there. 143 a share. LUMN. And now it's sitting up here at 546 a share, everybody. See what a triple crossover can do on a 1 year chart? And why I say GDC is ready to go just like that, and so is Sofi. Now, this stock right here today, TOVX, I put a buy order in and I bought a little bit at 332.01, 40 shares. I didn't have much faith in it. But that's what I bought it at, and you can see what it's doing right now. It's just trading completely sideways, and I don't know what it's going to do, but I bought a few little tiny shares of it. Someone mentioned it, and it was way down, and I thought, all right, yeah, I'll take it there at the bottom. And so we'll see. No, I'm not telling you what to do with it or anything. I don't think it's a good buy necessarily. It was 20% down. I bought it 20% down. There's very little chance of downside movement, but it could still. Hey, look at that. The doggone NASDAQ's only down 48 now. What do you know? 18 minutes left. The NASDAQ's only down 45 now. Oh, my gosh. Watch it only be down 42 in a second, and then 38, and then 31, and then 24, and then 12, and then green. Watch how fast this collapses, any redness. Watch it gone, evaporating away like I said it would. Folks, this is exactly the way I told you it was going to unfold this afternoon. I told you that they washed them out down 88, 88. And I told it was over there. I like it when I can call these numbers out to you. You can see it's just so cool. And there you can see now the NASDAQ's going to go green like I told you it would. And if not, it's going to be right at green. They'll try and stop it right at the fringe. Of course they just again today, just a big facade. Volume is increasing right now into the market like crazy. And they're stealing away the shares from the blind and the weak and the feeble. And they're doing it every day. Look at it now, 34 down. And here comes 28 next. And then 12. Watch how fast this thing. Look at it, 17. Oh, look at all the inverted nines there, the sixes there on the 99999. Did you see that? And then bring it back to a 9666 from the 99999. 95.33, that's a number I tell you about. 54 is a number I tell you to sell at when it's running up. You'll see many of the numbers I have on my sell sheet pop up here. You just saw 93, then you see 96. I say 97, 98, 99. Look at it, folks. It's only down 38% now. What a coincidence. How do you like that? Only down 38. Now only 37. And next 33. Watch how fast it goes only to 33. Oh, and it will, folks. And they may even try and stop it there, down 33, 33. Wouldn't be surprised to see that, or down 31, 33 today. But one thing's for sure, she's turned around and she's headed green. You can all see that right there at that exact timing. Perfect. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. GDC can hit 12 again, and if it breaks 12, it can go crazy. Jacob, I appreciate you saying that. Long means long time, 6 months to a year. Add PLTR to that group, and we can make them fortune. Yeah, it is in that group. PLTR's on my list. Catfish longs, here it is right here, folks. You'll see it. There ain't no doubt about it. Right there it is. PLTR, right in the middle of my thing. There it is. PLTR. And you can see how it's done over here. Very nice. Up 32% here recently. 32% gainer. Dang. Look up above that. 125%. Some good stocks to be owning here, folks. Baby. These are my longs right there, folks, and I'm only going to share it with you if you use a membership. If you get yourself a membership, you'll have access to those charts you can use. Not just my longs, but my dividend-paying stocks and also my stocks that I day trade. You'll get all three if you become a Goliath Catfish member. Cost you $24.99 to get charts that can make you $2,499 in a month. $24.99 to get charts that can make you $2,499 in a month, or a week even. You've seen these big jumps, everybody. You've seen how they jump. Sorry I had to go back to my camera's view today, but that's all I had. Now I'm going to have to plug my camera in because it's about to go dead. So let's plug it in right now. Yep. And seeing Sofi down 6 cents today, folks. And again, I'm looking now at, am I correct in seeing, let me just make sure I'm correct here. Yes, the Dow has in fact gone green. Yes, the Dow has just gone green. And I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why it's gone green, everyone. I don't know. And I can only imagine how high it's going to run and how fast. Okay? But look at that, folks. After all the panic, then today, a major leach out, then a pair of double ties that was just full to the max. And they all got themselves all dribbly over that. And they went Google-eyed. And then now, look at the price after they went and they got their fill. They got plenty of carbohydrates right there, folks, for this big run that they're going to do now. So they got lots of carbs. All right? Just going to call it for what I see it. FFIE. I have a lot of FFIE at 547. Oh, I know. A lot of people holding there, waiting. FFIE. FFIE, what is it doing? Watch it go off this afternoon and be up 30% in the after hours, everyone. Sit back. It's been manipulated this afternoon. This is a good play. You want the play-by-play? All right, guys. Let's run this thing down and get some of it. All right. What price you want to get it at? I want to take it all the way down to, let's see if we can get down to 344. It's a number we like. Gotcha. They start in on it. Boom, it starts falling. One ta-ta. Two, bam. Three. Where's it? No. Days range, folks, on this thing. Look at this days range. They must have done this at 4 in the morning. 345. 345? FFIE was 345. Look at that. The previous close was 343, folks, and it opened at 345. Gosh, dang. Folks, that's a lot of buying potential. Come on in here. The water's fine. And look at it now, just sitting at 502 after 61 million shares are traded. And folks, how is that possible for it acting as if it isn't moving at all? Why am I not seeing the numbers changing on it? There we go. It clicked there a little bit. There it's moving. Oh, yeah, everybody, come on. Get you some. Oh, yeah. Look at it rising. And by the way, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Sofi doing the same thing. I really would not. So let's go see where Sofi is now. Look at the Dow. It's up 48 points, folks. Dang, did I freaking call that, or did I call that? Wow. And look at the NASDAQ, folks. It's only down 10 with 9 minutes left. It's going to go green. Huh. Who would have ever guessed? You see how lucky I am to guess that was going to happen? That is just so lucky. Golly. Jeez, oh Pete. It's just unbelievable blind luck. Like I said on this channel, folks, if you make $1, it's just pure luck. Okay, so you boys are holding FFIE right now. I'll follow suit. Yep, we're holding on. Yeah, I freaking called it. And I told you that the losses would quickly evaporate away, that it would go very quickly here, that we'd see it go from 80s to 70s, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. And look how quickly it just dropped, right? They just went away. And the Dow now green. The Dow... It's just crazy, huh? And look at that number. Are you kidding me? You're not going to try this thing at 113. You guys watched one time when I watched them try to hold it that. Every time it would go back up off of that over 20 to 21, they bring it back to the 13. They did it about 8 times that day. It went up beyond the 113 up to 17. I'm just going to use 16. It went to 16, 120, 121, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And they kept pulling it back to the 16, 113. So I can assure you absolutely that they would definitely do the same thing here right now. If they can and they see it get up over the 17, 113, they're going to try their best to make it, even if it goes to 17, 120 here, folks. They're going to try their best to make it stay at 17, 113. I'm telling you what, I've seen this movie before. And it's funny, I told you that 30 minutes ago before when it was 88 points down. I told you I've seen this movie before, everyone. I have. Now, let me ask you to do me a favor, everybody. It's 3:54 right now. Let's do 3:54 in 48 seconds and hit the like button together so we can at least try to get... We've got 56 people here who have weathered the storm today. My channel got cut off several times today, trying to show people what was going on. I lost signal several different times, and finally it just went out completely, so I don't know what was happening. But at any rate, one of the things that I told you just a little bit ago when the market was down 88 points is that they were probably going to close it up green today, and if not, they would stop it right below green. It'll just coincidentally be just barely red. You know, go to bed leading by a lot and then end up getting up and you're losing by a tiny little bit. And that's the way it is here. Run it way, way, way down, 88 points. And then by the end of the day, it's up and it's only negative 2 points. Or I don't know what they're going to aim for here, trying to get it down today. They've got their goals. Down 31% or 33% is probably what they're going to aim for. 0.31, not 31, but 0.31 or 0.33 would be something they would aim for. But right now, folks, I don't even see that happening because I just saw them get to that and it didn't stay there. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign for it to go green. Hey, I just missed it. Folks, so let's do this. At 3:56:08, let's hit the like button. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press right there. And let's see if we can get a few more likes on here out of the 55 that are here. Look at FFIE. Okay, I will in a second, man. Just let me get over there to it. FFIE starting to go berserk. What is it doing? Take a looky what FFI do. Oh my goodness gracious, she's going upwards, isn't she? Nice, everyone. Some of you guys are going to make some pretty dang good money here this afternoon if this continues, I believe. Benjamin Paul Dominio liked. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the hearts and all the love, everyone. Here's some for you back. there's a few back to you. Thank you. And some smileys and some poppers right your direction too, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for doing all that. Thank you for getting more people over to the channel and learning about this. And we have other Goliath members signing up. And look at this FFIE now. Congratulations, everybody. And this is a good indication for this possibly running higher in the after hours. And I do mean a very nice high run up. So let's just see what we got here. Some of you might want to consider getting out. I want you guys to call out right now for me. Here we have 3 minutes left in the day. Please call out to me at what price you're holding FFIE and where you got in. Because I bought in today at 533 twice. But I own it in other days. Because I know a lot of you bought it with me. Now, I also know that there are a lot of you who bought it for even more than where we are, far more than where we are now. And 502, 553, 548. Okay, good. 555, 529, 540. Good. 517 out at 540. Okay. Good. That's good to know, everybody. Good. One of the two orders filled I made this AM on good old Sofi at 7:45 filled and 7:41 going to wait until if ever fill. Okay. All right. Made 400 today. All right, Bill. Good. On FFIE, yes. Excellent, everyone. And congratulations. I'm glad that it ended up happening this way for us. This is very, very sweet. I know that the price did hit today, $6.48. And many of you, I hope you had your sell orders in here, because you certainly should have known that I have the number 47, 48, 49, and 50. So you should have been selling at 647, 48, 49, and 50. Those orders should have already been in at that number there if you were using this sheet. All right. Now, I know some of you are thinking, God, but I wasn't expecting the dang thing to go up 60% or 70%, Catfish, or even 90%. But this is what I mean. These things can do this on you, folks. So have your sell orders already in at those numbers. Put them way up there. It doesn't hurt, and then they cannot be borrowed. But anyway, when it starts running up like that, folks, these numbers, if you live by this sheet, you'll make money by this sheet. Okay? I can promise. I can almost guarantee you. I don't make any guarantees at all. But folks, if you can start practicing using this sheet, you'll all be telling me how much money you made every day. Not just a few of you today telling me what you've made today. You'll all be telling me every day how much you've made if you just go by these numbers. Add Wiza to my list, up 125%. Well, I got it on my radar, bud, or ma'am. There it is right there, already on my radar. Last I looked up 99%. Is it gone to 125 now? Yes. And congratulations, everyone, on that stock. I know some of you bought this stock a long time ago, Wiza. All right? I know for a fact that some of you were buying this stock, WISA, in the past. And some of you, I think, got very dejected, but I recommended to you to either just start selling off little bits of it or just be patient, is what I tried to tell you at that time. And I was trying to just make everybody relax and don't lose your cool and don't get all upset. Don't freak out. There's no reason for you to freak out at any time on this channel over any losses, because, for number one, your losses should be fairly minimal, because you should be buying in small increments like me and not going in heavy at any one place in time. Somebody did that yesterday and said, well, I just bought 7,000 shares of this and that. And I went, uh-oh. Why would you do that? Did you see me buying that many shares at that price? I didn't do that, and I wouldn't recommend you do that, and don't do it, is what I basically said. And I told that individual, please, I understand you get caught up and you think, oh man, this guy, he really knows. He's using charts, he's got the numbers, he knows. Don't do that. Don't do that. When I'm nibbling, nibble along with me. Please do not jump and dive into a position just because you see me nibbling on it. And sure, your chances are pretty good that it's going to go up if I am starting to buy. But some stocks that I started to buy went down considerably from the time I got in, and I just had to be brutal with it and hang on and buy more when it dropped like crazy. And so anyway, I'm just letting you know that in regards to this stock here, WISA, again, it goes pretty far time back in my portfolio. I don't know, I can't recall exactly when I was talking about WISA, but I certainly do and am familiar with it because it was brought up by someone else here in the past. And I'm pretty sure that we actually ended up making some pretty good money off of WISA in the past at one point in time. And many of you may have just continued to hold on to it. And if you did, then congratulations that you picked up that on this channel. Very glad to hear that. I'm very happy for you. And but it is a time to know when to get out and look at it continue to climb in after hours. And that is very, very, very good. And, well, congratulations, everybody, on a good day. I know some of you made some pretty doggone good buys with me and made some pretty good money. And I just can't wait until Sofi goes over $10 for all of you people, like it always does. Like it always does, folks. It will again go over 10. That's my call. I keep reiterating it over and over and over, that it's done it too many times not to do it again. In my opinion, it has gone over $10 too many times not to see it repeat that again. And I've shown you so many times how many times it's done it. All right? But anyway, I want to thank you all for being here with me, those of you that may decide to depart right now. And we've got a drawing coming up for another shirt. We've had quite a few people making contributions, so their names are going into the tank. Those of you that have made contributions, I want to thank you for doing that. You, especially Rusty Prater, I saw again yesterday. Thank you very much, and some folks today. It's much appreciated. And I want to look over here at FFIE right now, folks, because I'm suspicious. All right, and she's continuing to climb now. And I want to keep an eye on this here, folks. And very happy to keep an eye on LUMN, folks. And I'm telling you, you had better look seriously at LUMN, because this thing to me looks like it is a cobra ready to strike. And I wouldn't want to be a short in the way of it. As a matter of fact, you guys don't know it, but I've been looking for a Sofi thumbnail where I can find a snake with this formation right here so I can put Sofi in it, because it's going to be, it's venomous, this company. It's going to kill many of the other big legacy banks. Sofi, yes, it is going to dominate. It is going to be the Amazon of fintech banks, folks. And it will one day surpass Nubank as the #1 digital bank in everyone's hands across the land. Yep, in everyone's hands across the land. Sofi has the perfect plan. Understand? UCTT is very interesting company. Look at earnings and revenue and charts. Okay. Yep. Jack CW, Catfish, what would you do with the sexy long-term chart of CL, Colgate, Palmolive? Okay, let me go look at that one first, and then I'll come on down to UCTT. Hold on. We'll look two of them at the same time. All right. I would hold and accumulate. And I would be, if you a smart trader, I'd say, how much did it drop from here? It dropped from 86.12 down to this price here, 83.57. So that's $2.50 drop. How much was the drop here? 88.90, of course 88. Down to 85. That's a $3 drop. What was the drop here? 95, was it 92? 91.29. 95.17 to $90. That's a $5 drop, folks. Anytime this thing falls $5 from $98 to 93, right there, 94, you see a $4 or $5 drop, it looks pretty safe to get in. Right there, it was 99.39, and it pulled all the way back to what, 88? No, only 96.95. $3 pullback as it was going over the $100 range. That's amazing. You were seeing drops over here from 90 all the way down to 85, $5, and over here you saw a drop from 94, 95 almost, all the way down to 90. Again, a $5 drop, and then you see a drop right here from 98 to only 95, a $3 drop, and the same thing happens before it crosses over 100, just a 98.50 down to 96.60, a $2 drop, and then it went over 100. Wow! And then how much was this pullback? 102.66, of course, to 159, $2.07, 207. Man, I like that, man. That looks very good. Yeah. See that momentum building? Wow, that's impressive. And do they pay a dividend? I bet they do. Yes. Yes, they pay a dividend. Ah, very good. CL, you just got added to Catfish Tyler's dividend chart. Thank you very much. Bookmark, come over here, Catfish dividends. Scroll down here real quick, and we're going to add CL. There we go. That's it. CL. And we'll put on the caps lock, CL. And we will hit enter. Should auto-populate that. Let me try the tab button. There we go. That should work. Huh. That's interesting. Well, what I'm going to have to do here is come across here like this. We draw this all the way over. Ah, heck. Hold on. There it is. All the way over to there. Now I've captured all that. Now I'm going to run this information. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Let's back up here. Hold on. And let's just put it in here. What I'm going to do is find one of these dividends that hasn't been doing good over the last year. And hold on a second here. We'll find one that hasn't done well over the last year. We'll find the biggest dropper over the last year. Most of these are green. And there's the biggest one right here, IEP. So we'll just drop it in right there. Okay, we'll put that in right there, CL. Enter. And there you go. Boom, it just populated right there. Very nice. And so, yeah, thank you for telling me about that stock. I will definitely leave that. And all the other information is loading. But we got a very slow internet happening right here, folks, still. It's a lot of slowness going on. But thank you for telling me about that dividend stock. I appreciate it. I just added it there. And that'll be one of my good dividend stocks that I'll save for the future. And I do appreciate that. Nice addition there. Goodbye. Meanwhile, we look over here at Sofi at the very end of the day, and of course it did indeed run up. It went from 745 over here at 3:38 in the afternoon, 745, and came up here and went to 749. What do you know? Lo and behold. And as we get up here, and now we will say farewell to that screen right there and go back here to the main one. There you go. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. And the volume still, folks, 34 million shares. I mean, folks, hey, listen. I saw many days when this thing was manipulated way more than 7 cents. And the reason why is because they were using 65 million shares that day on it. And I showed you some of those days that they used that much earlier. And now I'm going to look across here. ACHR never did hold its weight. Look at that thing get run down. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, and as I refresh this page right now to make sure all the data I'm showing you is accurate and up to date, the Dow did in fact end up green today, up 38 points. And as you saw, the NASDAQ was starting to make a recovery there because there was a lot of people that had started making an entry. And now I'm going to move across here, take a look at all these real quick. I want to thank all of you who are still here. UCTT, okay. I'm going to go over here and look at UCTT. And we're in on it. Ultra Clean announced upcoming investor events. 1 year chart. Yike. Why am I interested in this? What interests me about that? That's not a real motivator. Help me out. No. It's approaching the same lowest it's ever been over here right now. And you don't know where it's going to go from below that. Steer clear. That's going the wrong direction, folks. That's not the way you want to go there. And looking over here, they do beat the street estimates. They beat estimates. They beat estimates the last 3 years on earnings. But folks, their revenues have started to drop, and their earnings just went negative. They just lost 31 million last year. They lost 31 million last year. And quarterly, what did they do? Quarterly, what did they do? The earnings were up, then down, then slightly up. Revenues are looking good quarterly recently. That's better. That's looking better. But so why is their chart look so horrible? And why is it like it's just being taken down to accumulate or steal? I don't know, man. To me, it just isn't the chart. Their appearance on the 1 year doesn't look good, and I'm not invited. I'm not encouraged. I could be completely wrong, but right there is not where I'm coming in. Not on that point. No. Sorry. MODG is moving after hours. Catfish, I can hear you great now. Good. Yep, great company, great revenue. Okay, Bill Bliss. I don't know, man. I saw them making lots of money and all, but the chart doesn't look good. Don't know why. The chart just doesn't look good. Folks, be patient here, okay, with Sofi. The atmosphere surrounding Sofi is really becoming ignitable, okay? There is in my opinion, a very high probability of a very surprising spike in this stock once it gets over 8, and then specifically once it passes 816. And I've already shown you guys the gaps before on the chart, so I won't do that now. But one thing I will do is I'm going to jump over here real quick and take a look at Faraday, FFIE. And I like what I see. Yep, I decided to, on SIFY, to hold on for dear hope. And one thing I did like to see today was this right here. Look at that at the end of the day. Continuation now in the after hours, too. Matter of fact, you guys, I don't know when it was I bought more of it. I picked more of it up. I just said, well, I might as well get some more here while it's down. Just give me a second here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know there are many people that have been listening to this channel over about a year and a half, and many of them in the last couple of months have been going in and out of certain stocks. And today I want to take a look at some of them now to see if you're still holding them, how you've been doing and how you've fared on these. And one of those stocks right now is Myra. And I know many people did and are still holding this, and very good. Look at that. Look at that manipulation, down 5%, and then sure enough, in the after hours, up 4%. Holy crap, everyone. Look at that. I just got a rewards notification. Don't know what that means. Hold on. All right, everybody, please hold. I'm going to be right back in about 15 seconds. All right, hold on. Okay, I am back now, everybody. So what do you know? They drive the price down all day, then they attack it to a splash close, and then that's a splash close, people, and then the price is right back up in the after hours. What do you know? The close at 170 and then after hours at 177 now. That's masterful. Good job, whoever manipulated that one down today. Let's go see who else is possibly having that occurring with them. The next stock I want to look at is LIPO. LIPO, okay? LIPO. You guys stick with me a little bit. And LIPO up a little bit today. Now the volume is extremely, extremely low on it. And looking at the 1-year chart, it made that one big peak, and then they bashed it all down, and I got it there, and then it went up on that peak. And some of you may have sold on that peak, which would probably have been wise. But now she's pulling on back down. So I'm just wondering. I'm looking at some of these to see, because these are ones we got into when they got run down, and then we tried to sell them on the peaks, and you can see that little peak after that run down. Next, SCHL. SCHL, Scholastic Corporation. We are looking at stocks over the last 2 months that we've looked at to buy into possibly. And the price on this at the time on this one was $30.26 when we looked at it. It was brought to us by Dan, and I believe it's Geib. And Dan told us to get in on this. It's at 31.12. So that one's doing okay. Let's go take a look at some other ones. Yep, we've got a whole bunch here. We're going to go across them all. CMAX. Many dollars made on this stock, but many that decided to still hold it. And holy cow, there you go. Now, I know many of you people were buying this stock along with me before it ran up, and those buys started at as high as 420. So that's been a tough one. And we also bought it as low as I did, was as low as 373 and 370. So this one is definitely down, but look at what's starting to happen now, and you might have an opportunity to catch the turn on this thing. Okay, right here, look at it. All right, and you already see how dynamic it can be and how high it was. So there's a lot of upside potential left on this stock. And in fact, as you can see, it's up 2% in the after hours here even. And so yeah, I definitely like that one. And congratulations, up 5. They like the 55, folks. So that one might be an entry point. That is starting to look promising, and the volume was very low today, only 303,000, and that looks pretty promising on that 1-day chart. But I can't make any guarantees, because man, when that thing ran up and that thing spiked, they sure as heck hit it hard then. Because how much was it up to right there? 242 today, 240ish. Says the high reached today was 243. 243. So it's starting to push the upside, and who knows, it could bust loose past that and go right on up. If it does, then it'll get right on past where we may have, or some of you may have gotten into that in the past, and many of you may have left that behind completely. But if you didn't, hey, at least you saw a nice improvement today, and it looks like on the longer term 1 month chart that she may have completely been bought out. I mean, just washed out completely. And that's some pretty big volume right there, coming right there to make that little last drop right there before it took off today on lower volume. That's big volume that ran it down into that pocket. And there it is, come off that pocket, and today she's starting to make a move. So I'd be looking at CMAX, folks. If you've got it now, this would be a good spot to pick up some more, in my opinion. And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. So if you got some CMAX, think about it. That looks like a pretty good spot. Okay, moving on. The next one we got here is PIRS. PIRS. Some of you will remember some of these. 1759. And when someone was talking about this stock and telling me about it, PRI, this stock has done very well, folks. This was a good pick. On 7/27, PIRS was at 1449, 1462, and I have 200 shares that I'm still sitting on, and you can see where that is now. Nice. I hadn't been following that, folks. I wasn't even looking at it. Look at that sleeper. Look at that nice little sleeper over the month right there. Nice. How do you like that? Cha-ching. Next, LUMN. Here it is. Many of you at this time still own it. And on 8-2, our buys on that were 100 at 297, 100 at 298, 100 at 301, 100 at 3015, 100 at 302, 100 at 303, 100 at 308, and 100 at 309. And now, voila. Congratulations, those of you who bought Lumen on the 2nd of last month. 1 month ago, folks, you bought that and you've made a very nice little profit. Congratulations. And folks, I'm telling you, even now, still, the chart looks absolutely fabulous. When you dive into this Lumen chart here, there aren't many that look any better than this, any sweeter than this. This is a sweet looking chart, and look at that thing right there. And folks, it's just gorgeous, riding right along the 200-day. Saddle it up and ride it all the way up, folks. Stay in on this. Keep the faith. This thing, hold your shares, buy more when they run it down anytime. Because, ladies and gentlemen, guess what happened on this long-term chart right here on the 1-year chart? It was indeed a golden cross formation that just got finished. And folks, we've still got now 4 or 5 months of the price to rise, possibly, just like TSSI has done. TSSI had this same formation that I'm showing you on this stock now. And the same one exists also on GDC. These are all showing golden cross crossovers on the 1-year chart. Every one of these stocks has the potential to completely go up about 1,300%, just like TSSI did. And if you don't believe what I'm saying is true, there's TSSI's chart. There's the stock right there at 508. Look where the price was when the crossover occurred. Look what the price was over here when it occurred. Holy smokes, 34 cents? And it's 508 now? Yeah, baby. This is TSSI with a golden crossover on it. And then I decide, well, let's go over here and take a look at GDC. What does its chart look like on the 1 year? Oh my gosh, it's got a friggin' golden crossover on it. And look how abruptly it shot up after that happened. Look at that thing shooting up, folks. Holy smokes. GDC following the same thing as TSSI off of a triple upside crossover. But like I showed people earlier, this crossover took a long time to develop. From 221, it didn't finalize with the 50-day going over until 321, 1 month. And then the thing went up to $5 from 35 cents. 1 month that took for that crossover to fully develop. And here you go on this one, GDC, and how long has it taken for it to do that full development? There's the first one that crossed over on the 14th, and now the 10-day and this one at the 27th. 2 weeks. This is more abrupt, folks. This is a 2-week move over the 200 instead of that 1 month period. This is more aggressive, and GDC has the chances to go much higher even than TSSI does right now, did. And remember, when SSI did this right here, right at this point, the price was at 34 cents, and now it's at $5, up 1,300%. Up 1,300%, folks. And it's very interesting that right now in my long portfolio list, I'm holding GDC long with a chart that shows a triple upside crossover on the 1 year that just formed. I'm following LUMN long, which just had one form. And how long did it take for it to develop fully? Well, It started out right here and crossed over on the 17th, and then the 45 and 50 day went over on the 5th. So that's 3 weeks. So this one took 3 weeks to fully develop. And then the price went from what price? $1.43 right there. Let's get over here where it was right here. Yes, there it is. When it crossed over 143, and the freaking thing jumped all the way up here to $6.15. 6.15, people, from 143. That's how much it jumped up. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. That is insane that that price could jump that high. But that's what can happen on a golden cross. And guess what? That's why they call it a golden cross. And remember this, folks. Golden crosses don't mean that much on a one-day chart. You see them all the time on one-day charts, but they only happen about, once a month or so on a 5-day, or maybe 2 or 3 times a month on a 5-day. But they don't happen but once every 3 or 4 months on a 1-month chart. But a golden crossover formation on a 1-year chart, folks, is like finding a needle in a haystack. And I've been telling you guys all that about GDC now and Lumen, and I've been telling you that about Sofi, which is about to have the same thing occur. And if you come over here to Sofi, it really was about to happen, and they saw it about to happen, and they had to come at it and stifle that. They had to stop it. They had to stop it, folks. When you get in here on Sofi and you get in on that 1-year chart, you can see what they had to do. No matter what, it had to happen. They had to stop it at this line right here again just now. Because if it broke over that line any further over it than that little teeny tiny bit, it was going up to here. Because that gap is here all over. Look at that big gap right there. Look at that big gap there. Look at the big gap right there. And there's another one over here. Folks, there's gaps all through here. And when it gets over that number, it's going to gap up to this number next. That's where it's going to right there. $9, folks. And it's going to happen faster than you could even realize here, folks. I just cannot wait to see this next earnings call and all that revenue being reported, that Galileo's finally going to have the deal signed and the checks made and the revenue coming in, and all of the student loans that start on September the 30th. That's right, folks. They all have to start paying back Sofi on September 30th of this month. That's, folks, 27 days or something from now. They got to start paying us back. 26 days from now, they got to start paying us back. It'll be on a Monday, folks. I can't wait to see. Man, my headline on that day. Oh, man, I wonder, what should I put up for the headline on Monday? What do you want to see for a thumbnail? That's 10% movement for CMAX today. Yep. Silo, Turner, and Myra, SLRX. Yep. All right. Man, I sure like the looks of this right here, folks. This just looks like a short slaughtering about to happen. This is a big move, and there's the spine of it right there. There's the head of it. Now it's just going to come. Look at the freaking 45 and 50 right now, folks. Look at this silly thing. She's going off. The 45 and 50 day moving average on the 1 year say it all, folks. Look at that thing leaping off of the 50 day now. Even with them trying to run it down and make it tiny bit red today, it's still expanding away from the 50 day. And look, the 200 day down movement is over, folks. This thing's starting its climb now, and this already is ahead of it. This is the precedent. This is preceding this moving up. This is going to come up and cross over, and you'll see the current price close to the 200. The 10-day moving average crossed the 200, which it's sitting above it now, and then the 45 and 50 come up and cross over right here. Right here's where the intersection is, and what date's that going to be? On the 14th. On September 14th, folks, they're going to meet right there. And then this thing is going to jump up on the 14th to this price. That's where it's going. 826 it says. It will literally be 813. 813, and you might as well sell 14, 15, 16, 17, all in that range. Sell some. Because it's going to come back then down here to 798, 790, 83. You see, because when it hits that, they're going to try and pull it back down to halfway between that one and this one. They're going to try and pull it back to about here. Yeah, 731. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised to see that number after it gets to this number. You should be writing this down. Catfish sells to sell at 813, 14, 15, 16. You should actually start at 811. 811, 812, 813, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Put them down there, sell your cells there, and then you're going to be able to buy it back. They're going to come down to halfway between this line of resistance and this one here. All right, and it's going to be probably about there, 731. And then you're going to see it run right on up over this number, and the next gap up is over here to 892, because there is a big gap there, and I can show it to you easily over here. If I go over to the left, you can see it there many times. There's a gap. You see that gap right there? See that gap right there? See the gap that's there and the gap that's there? Those gaps have not gone away. And when we get up to that number, it will quickly escalate from this price here. We're going to see a very quick jump from 816 or 820 all the way up to that number very, very, very fast. There's big gaps there to be consumed. And once this thing starts running, folks, it's going to steamroll. It's going to steamroll right over those numbers. They won't be resistance once this really kicks in, once this has really fueled the flames. Do you have ties to Sofi, the company, or just a fan of their stock? No, I don't have any ties to them other than having, shirts that I wear, and, and my name is Ty. So in that way, I would say, yes, I have a tie to Sofi. I am the Sofi Ty. Do you have... How do you like that? I am the Sofi Ty. Yeah, I'm the Sofi guy. Sofi Ty. How about that? Yes, I'm here to entertain you. Driving folks insane, you will see if you hang with me. I'm Catfish Ty. Oh, every once in a while having a catfish fry. Oh yeah, I am Ty. I'm Ty, the Sofi guy. Yeah, I'm Ty, the Sofi guy. I like to watch Sofi fly. Ow! It's Ty, the Sofi guy. I'm here to promote. I'm here to demonstrate the value of a company that's way undervalued right now. And I'm here to show you that people like this who have companies they work for called Wedbush, they have him putting out a price of Sofi $4 and sell right now. Sell at $4. Yet, as he screams it from the top of his lungs, people come in the after hours and are buying it for $7.48, $7.49 now, $7.50, $7.51, $7.54, $7.59, $7.60, $66, $88, $99, and then this thing's going to rocket past $8 and go up to the $9s, and it's going to jump past that to those other ones. All those lines I've showed you, folks, it's going to jump to all those in the future, and it's going to happen quicker than most people think. It's going to throw these shorts completely. They're just going to be completely stunned. They have no idea what's coming for them. I'm serious. I don't believe the shorts have any idea what's coming their way. I think they're going to be so thrown off guard, and they think this is bad, that they're down from $6 where it was 3 weeks ago to $7.50 now. They think that's bad. They haven't seen anything. They don't know the meaning of the word bad. And I can tell you this much, it's not Michael Jackson prancing around in his slippers on his tiptoes. That's not bad. Because she's bad, so bad. She'll show it, you know it. Sofi's bad, so bad. She'll show it, you'll blow it if you short. Sofi says I, it's catfish tie. Sofi, you better buy Sofi. Oh yeah. Let me show you the reverse image. Hold on, let me flip this around. You only wish. You guys. The shorts are exhausted after all that fighting the longs today. Shimon. Yeah. You guys are fun, man. I like you guys. Thank you for being here. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous lows rising. Look at this, folks. It says right here, lows rising 424 on the 7th of 1227, 415, 445, 8524, 601, 82324. She's starting to expand. She's starting to stretch her legs out, folks. I'm telling you, she's starting to stretch her legs out. And you guys know what I mean. And I don't mean to be, I don't mean to, overstress the point, okay? I'm not trying to stretch this beyond any imagination. I think $10 to $12 is a very reasonable price, and I don't think it is a stretch, okay? But speaking of stretching, that's all that's happening right now with Sofi. And I've shown everyone before, she's just getting warmed up. Sofi is just now starting to get warmed up, and you guys are going to totally enjoy watching her run. I promise you, okay? You guys are going to enjoy watching her run. Am I right? You know I'm right. You're going to enjoy watching her run. When she comes out of the block, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are going to go, dang. Catfish was right. Holy mackerel. I need to edit this photo. Oh, it won't let me swap it. Oh, wait a minute. There's got to be an image swap thing here. Boom, there it is. Yeah. Gotta have it that way. Uh-oh. What happened to my letters? That doesn't really work, does it? I like it to go in the same direction because, in the block and then, oh, well, whatever. We'll reverse that and take it back. There it is. Sofi warming up, stretching out, and ready to look at this thing starting to go boom, boom, bam, and wham, and boom. Now 748. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the low today? Now it's at 750. I love it. Look at that, the number that they stopped it at, 748. The number I had on my screen, isn't that ironic? Was that somehow, did I have some sort of a projection? Did I have some sort of a crystal ball? Did I have some way of knowing in advance? Isn't that a little bit ironic, folks? That I have that on my thumbnail today? That exact price? Is anyone not entertained? I mean, that is just kind of amazing that I put that much on that price. And like I said, it almost seems like somehow or another, Catfish Tyler has in his possession one of those. Right? I mean, how crazy that for me to pick that number today, and I put on there, what does it say? Now, 748. Isn't that nuts? Oh my gosh, folks, I think that is. Look at the doggone price right over here. It closes at 748, people. Welcome to the world where things happen that shouldn't. Where what you might think is real is all just fantasy, and what you may think is fantasy is actually real. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's a place where disillusionment, misunderstanding, misdirection, and guidance is it comes from nowhere but out of the twilight zone. Today's episode is about a guy who couldn't seem to figure out why he had a way of picking the high. That's right, his name was Catfish Ty. And really it seemed he didn't even try. But somehow he always guessed the high, and we don't know why. But he could also tell you when it was time to buy, and also when it was time to kiss it goodbye. He would tell the shorts, get out or get fried. And they'd find out that he didn't lie. So now it's time to change the word that ends the sentence you heard before just now that I just finished. The sentence, it's finished. Just like the shorts, they're finished. A little bit of play on words and a little bit of hilarious Sofi shorters. The Titanic will be raised. The Titanic. I like that. You know what? Nobody ever has used that before on me before. My whole name, when I was a kid, I told you guys earlier, they always used to call me Ty. They called me Ty, and because of that, I heard everything you could think of thrown at me. I would hear, oh, like typhoon and tidy bowl, tie one on, tidal wave, you name it, folks. Tie came at me my whole life as a kid. I heard every tie there was. But that, interestingly, one is one that I did not ever hear or think about until just this moment. Taekwondo, TIE Fighter, Star Wars, Typhoid. Yes, exactly, for sure. I heard that one time and time again. It was timeless. You guys, crazy, huh? Oh, it's time I take, speaking of time, it's time I take another allergy pill because I'm starting to feel like my nose is non-breathable. I can't even breathe through my nose right now. C-I-N-G, what happened? It got singed. Typhoonery. Ooh, that's a good one. When's the next drawing? Friday at 4:08:08. Friday at 4:08:08, and there are many people who are in the drawing, you being one of them, my friend, for sure, for your donations. Thank you very much. I've seen them and I've noted them. You're on the drawing sheet. There are many others that are on the drawing sheet as well, including Rusty Prater, the regulars, and we haven't had many in on the drawing at all. People really, I think maybe it because they've gone ahead and gotten the memberships now, that those are a little bit pricey, and so they consider, well, I don't really have to do, and that maybe they don't want to win anything out of the tank. But I've got some people that are there that have given donations lately that certainly will be in on the drawing, and we just got to get the sheet made up, but I keep track of it. And you're definitely in there, and I thank you very much. Yep, do Goliath members get weekly drawing spots? LOL. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Huh. But I don't know whether I should make it just for Goliath members or not, because it might just prompt everybody if they were even the $5 members, because honestly, $5 is what it takes to get your name in the hat, right? So even for them that are paying $4.99, which is $5, they should get a drawing. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's do that. I can easily write them all down. They're not. I think there's like 19 right now that are in here. And to all of you who have done that, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that very, very much. Those of you who have donated to the tank and helped it keep this this channel up and running, that is the biggest thing. Very true, Kat. Think on that, sir, and let us know. Yeah, it's simple for me to do. I can just add them to the sheet of paper because I have them on a list right here. All the Goliath members are right here, folks, for everyone to see. And hold on. Members, Catfish members list. There it is right there. Flip it around and you can see Catfish members list is right here. And I got a chart on there showing Sofi. Oh my gosh, isn't that just beautiful, folks? I mean, come on, jeepers creepers. All right, but here are the Catfish members that are in the tank. I got a couple of other information, but there they are, Goliath members. Yes, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And you can see I've got you scratched off that you've received all the charts. I made sure I got those sent out to everyone. So thank you for the Goliath Cat members and everybody else who's become members on the channel. And all of you also that are the bottom cat members, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you, JP Panek, for sponsoring some of those memberships as well. And so, yeah, at this stage, it's probably a good thing I just take this one off the members list. But that's a beautiful chart of Sofi right there, folks. Getting ready to launch right on off. And then here, I was showing everybody what the price was in the after hours. We're going to delete that one off. And there we got, now we got it back to Catfish members. And save. And we will put this away now. Guten Beigen. And there we go. So, folks, I'll keep at it with these thumbnails too. I keep trying to generate thumbnails that will get people's interest and make them understand what Sofi is doing here. This is very clear, and it doesn't take a genius to see what's happened since 12/7/22 and then 4/15/23. Folks, this is a year right here. This is actually 12. This is 5 months to go from 4/24 to 4/45, and then 5 months was there, and then here it went all the way to 8/5/24. A year and 4 months to get to the next low of 601. On 8/5, it was 601. And then on 8/23, 718. And now 748. Man, did they have to make it land on that number today at the end of the day just for me to make my forecast be right? That's pretty cool of them, wasn't it? I'm sorry I picked that number, folks. I should have said 798 today. JP Panek, I'm about to order my first 10-ounce silver bar. Ah, nice. I've day traded, sold, long positions, shorted stock, and done options. I'm jack of all traders. Mark Murphy, good. I share 1 share of FFIE until tomorrow. It's around $5. Okay, yep. But folks, look at that progression. It's just going up. And what do you know? I put a thumbnail out that has, and they had to get to that number, I guess. Like I said, I'm sorry. I should have put $8.48 instead of that one. I didn't know that they were going to go right to my number today, and it's partly my fault. All right, my thumbnail is reason that it ended at 748, and now you can see they had to end it at 748, but now it's gone on up to 749, just like it should. But it closed at 748, and then that even shows better promise for the stock as others look at it. All right, when they look at my thumbnail now, they can go, oh, wow, it's going up. It was 748. Now it's 749, so it's rising. And pretty soon it's going to be 750 and even higher. ACHR, down all day. AIRI, down all day. I sold that, 90% of that I'm out of. 90, probably more than 90%. Hey, congratulations, you ASSTers. Man, that is awesome today. And I know a lot of you do hold that stock, ASST. And congratulations if you got out. today when it hit the high. And you should have known when they hit that number right there, the day's range was 350. And folks, and I'm not sure that it's still applicable, but yes, it says the day's range is 350. And when you get to that number, folks, that price is on my sell sheet that you guys have looked at dozens and dozens and dozens of times. Y'all have seen that number on my sell sheet so many times it isn't funny. And it really would be almost crazy for you not to have your sell orders in at the 47, 48, 49, and 50. After looking at it so many times, folks. After seeing me show you to sell at that number that many times, how could you not have a sell order in there? 347, 48, 49, and 350. How could you not have it there? That's what I would be asking you. And you might want to be asking yourself that question. Golly, man, Catfish has shown me that thing, and he's shown me that so many times to have sell orders there. And sure enough, what did it hit today? The number he told me, 350. It's just, why wasn't I listening? And eventually, after you do that so many times, you'll stop doing that. You'll put your sell orders in there, and then you'll go, all right, I got out there. Thank you, Catfish. Someone told me the other day, man, you nailed the high today. I got out there. Thank you. And it doesn't surprise me at all. Here's the numbers right here where it says to sell: 47, 48, 49, and 50. And so today, you could have sold it instead of that number or lower. You could have got out and you could have sold at 347, 348, 349, and 350. And you could have sold this stock and made an absolutely awesome profit. Most of you, okay? So congratulations on that if you did that move. And if you bought at 266, is not a number they usually attack from down, but they sure took it down to that and continued to run it down afterwards. And I don't see any number here next other than 244 or 233, 231, or even 224. So don't get into this right now at all, folks. ASST. This will be a rundown tomorrow morning. Should be good to just stay clear of it. Stay clear of it. And watch the money, okay? How did NVIDIA end up today? $1 below where I bought it, 108. Of course. It was up all day, positive all dang day long. Yep, it was green all day long, folks, up there. 109.33 was the high. What do you know? The number 33. I wonder why they went in that number, 31, 33. Wonder why. I don't know. Yep. Peaked right there, 109. It looks like it hit 38, which pushed past the number they wanted, which was 33. And the next time it did stop at 33. And there it stopped again at 33. And there it stopped again at 33. Well, even lower. But they sure didn't want it to go over the 33. That's very, very obvious. But at any rate, just observing it, folks. PDD down. Oh, that's horrible. I hope none of you own this stock right here. SIFY. Still down a fraction in the after hours. Not bad. Nothing's happening to it. Trip down 33333 and down 6 cents. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy. Wow, TOVX. Look at him slop that thing down at the very end of the day. Slap the crap out of it down 24% at the end of the day. Someone told me about this and I decided to dabble a little at it today. Well, so much for that idea. WTO, man. What is going on with this one, man? Lynn, whoa. That is tough, man. That's a tough one. But how about WISA today? Look at that thing going right on off, folks. Congratulations, you WISA buys us. Yeah. Wow. PIRS today, I mentioned, has gone right on up, which is pretty good. Congratulations on that. I was telling you guys we're looking down a list of the stocks we've looked at in the past. That was PIRS, is where I left off at LUMN. Let's go look at MGOL. MGOL. Where is that at this stage of the game? Was down 5% today, now up 2.3%. What do you know? Huh. Isn't it funny how all these stocks look like they were manipulated down the day and they're all recovering in the after hours off the total manipulation, even at the very end of the day when they tried to, it was trying to go green and they tried to shove it back red. And I told you, man, it's just all head fake. And now the reality takes over, the real sentiment of the market takes over, and everything starts to already recover because it was all manipulated down to begin with, in my opinion. And I could be wrong, but I do not think so. And now I'm going to take this back over here. TSSI, folks. Wow, it's still rising, folks, off that golden cross. They can't stop it off that golden cross. It looks good, folks. All right, next. So that's all that I've got right here that I'm looking at right now. Those are the stocks I have on my list I wanted to run across. And I'm very, very encouraged by seeing Sofi, what it did over the last 2 weeks. From $6 to $7.50 is a very nice place to hold up and take a few breaths. All right, this is a good spot here. Let it take a few breaths. Let it cycle itself in and out a little bit. Let the oldies get out and the newbies come in, and then it makes its next move up, its next leg. This is fine, folks. We're very, very, very good here. This is exactly where we need to be. Relax. SoFi's institutional ownership, they're not bailing out. They've been increasing and increasing and increasing. And over the last month, most recent quarter, they've increased their long position portfolios a total of 7.42%. And you won't see that in the legacy banks, people. You will not see the money flow coming into these legacy banks like SoFi, I guarantee you. Go put in any other bank you want up here. Give me a name of a bank. Just give me a second here, folks. GTC, see you tomorrow. All right, yep. Jacob Patton, if it doesn't stop at 100, okay, I don't see 80 for NVIDIA. If NVIDIA goes to 100, there will be a freak out and could end up at 80. That's where I'm looking to buy it, below 100 or near 80. When it hits 100, I think SoFi is going to move up because NVIDIA. Well, listen, folks, here's the deal. I already have shown you guys, money leaves NVIDIA and comes over to SoFi. So if NVIDIA does continue to fall like you're saying, folks, this is going to continue to be a good thing for SoFi because money leaves NVIDIA and goes to SoFi. We already know that. That's already very trackable. Money is leaving NVIDIA and goes to SoFi, and I've shown you that already, everybody on this channel. You know that. When money leaves NVIDIA, they take it over to SoFi. And so it should be no surprise at all to see the big increase that's starting to happen. And I believe some of them came over today. And I believe that they came over and bought today. I could be wrong. But it was a good discount price. 5 cents down, that is nothing, folks. This is just breathing, like I said, a very nice breath today. And off she goes. Cat, you should sell shorts in of market shorts. Hold on. It's hard for me to read it down behind the thing. One, enter. You should sell shorts in honor of market shorters. Cat, you should sell shorts in honor of market shorters. Oh, I gotcha. Well, I gotcha. Yeah, I think I should have some shorts. You know what? Maybe I could come up with some shorts that have the bottom eaten out of them. You know, maybe some big old teeth marks. It's just got a it's got a catfish on the bottom there swimming around and going bump right on there, the catfish. Short eating shorts. We should get some shorts. Hey, if you're listening, Pedro, I know you sometimes do listen. We get us some shorts going. On the back, we put that catfish eating their ass. I mean, I gotta say, I can't say, don't want to get into upset anybody or any children. So they got a short getting their ass ate. Are you with me? And yeah, we'll work on that. Cat, you should sell shorts in honor of market shorters. All right, Doug. Well, so we'll run that by Pedro and see what he thinks of that. Jay Martinez, manipulation 24/7. Absolutely. What is this? Mark Murphy's correct. We make money by following the manipulators and take advantage of their tactics. That's exactly what we do. That is perfect. Susan H. in the tank. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very happy see you come on channel day. Good time come here when you show up. Everyone, I want something from you. Very intelligent trader. Welcome to the tank, Susan. Catfish had a good friend, Mr. Jappy Wappy. Like I say hello. I China fool, man. Chew. I tried to think name Chinese man, can't come up with a good one. I say something I should not. So I stop myself from saying something not appropriate. But welcome to the tank and thank you for your donation. That helps a lot because, we haven't seen, we've got your name goes in here again for the next shirt. We're going to be giving away another shirt and we've got to get out a piece of paper. I would like you guys to remind me. I can go through all of the records and I can figure out how much it is and believe me, I do a lot of times go back and watch the whole video to remember how much someone donated. So, Susan, thank you very much. You are in on this shirt. And we've got many others who have already contributed. And so thank you very, very much, Susan H. And we've also got Rusty Prater for 2 entries as well going back. And we've also got, I got to make sure we get all of these because there are some others, Prater. And this is going to be Friday t-shirt giveaway. Friday t-shirt drawing. All right, there we go. I have it in there. Try it, Friday t-shirt drawing. And we want to please let me know what it is, the shirt. If you've given donations today, if I scroll back up here. Now, I know yesterday I had a couple coming in that came in from Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates because we have viewers that are over there that are trading with us. And they sent in, each one of them was $10. And so we've got, one of them is Khalid K. And he was the winner of another one. He said, go ahead and give it to someone else. And then he said, ship it to a friend that was over there. We're in the same region. So not the same place, but the same region. Al-Hajri. Al-Hajri. Khalid Al-Hajri. And the other one, I don't remember his name, but he came in and gave also, and has several in here. So I want to thank you all for that you're doing that. That means a lot to me, very much. And we have some others who have also donated, who have big positions that will get a chance. And one of those is, I'm going to think of it right now. Oh, David Garcia. Thank you very much, David Garcia. Every week, this person keeps this channel going, folks. David Garcia. Just so you're aware of the size of that whale right there. He helps this channel a lot, people, more than you realize. And you should all be very grateful for David Garcia if you keep making money with me, because it's partly him that keeps it going, folks. Just so you're aware of it, all right? And thank you very much for your constant reminder that you appreciate what I'm doing for everyone every day, and for yourself. And I thank you very, very much. Tyler, check your Venmo. Jacob, okay, good. Just give me a second, folks. Give me just one. Give me 20 seconds. I'm going to Venmo. Hold on. So, oh goodness gracious, I go over to my Venmo just now to check it out. And of course, it won't auto-load for me. They want me to sign in, and I'm not going to take the time to do that. I'm going to come over here and do it on my computer instead. I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous, man. Come on. I'm already logged in. You know it. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on, guys and gals. Man, oh, man. And see, I just recently created this account here. Jeepers, creepers. That's what I put in the first time. And we're in. All right. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob. Sweet. Woo. And on the shirt. All right, every single donation means the world to us, folks, and thank you for keeping that going. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. I appreciate that. Oh, it means so much to me. And we also have a Thomas, and I'm not sure who this is, but I'm going to put Thomas, and anybody whose name is Thomas, spelled Thomas, and another one whose name is Tim. And I won't say your last name, but if you're here with me, you can let me know who you are, and you can say, yes, I'm Thomas, or yes, that's me, I'm Tim. If you're in here now, Jacob Patton, you can give those drawing spots to someone else. Oh, man. Wow. When people tell me that, folks, I put on here other person, O. All right, so both of those have O on them now. Thank you very much. And Khalid Al-Hajri has already told me that not to send overseas to him, so he's in the same boat there. But, oh, man, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. That'll mean something a lot to somebody else. I can tell you that. Jacob, stop trying to win my shirt. You can give those drawing spots to someone else. Okay. Ah, that's very funny, Susan. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate it. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to take a quick look back over some of our older stocks that we were looking at previously, just for the heck of it. And we got all the way down here to MGOL. And we were looking at MGOL to see how that one had done. And so right now we're going to take a look at move along here to the next one. Instead of Sofi and Archer, we're going to go to the next stock I want to look at here is going to be HNST, the Honest Company. And I'm just curious to see if any of these have made any moves lately. And I'm looking at where the price was at one time, and we bought that, folks. And some of you still own the shares with me. And congratulations, because as you know, you did good. We were buying these shares of HNST on 8-9, and our share prices were $377, $398, $399, $361, and we bought some pretty good numbers of shares through here, and it's at $415 in the after hours today, and it was even down 4% today. So we're sitting pretty on this, and they closed it at $413. They couldn't even hold it. Now it's at $415. That was manipulation to hold it there. But that's a good one, HNST. Congratulations, some of you. The next one we're going to look at is MRIN. MRIN, we're looking at Marin Software. And ladies and gentlemen, some of you bought into this stock here when the price was on the 9th as well. And we acquired this stock on the 9th at $236, $238, $239, $300 total. There's the price, $246 now. So nice. I mean, it's not a huge gain, folks, but they were good buys for you if you decided to hang on to them. All right. The next one we're going to look at, ARAY. ARAY. And some people are still holding on to these shares that they bought with me back 2 months ago. 202 on ARAY. Well, that one hasn't moved anywhere. That one was being bought here at 206, 203, 204, 208. So nothing really happening there with ARAY, but just wanted to take a look at that one and see how it's holding still. Next, on 816, SIGA. SIGA. Some of you know these because you mentioned that we should look at them. And this one, I think, was brought to our attention by Charisma 383. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see that on Friday, this thing closed at $9.49, and now it's at $7.85. So it's gotten completely decimated. This thing has gotten destroyed, folks. This thing I have written down closed on Friday at $9.49 a share. What in the world has happened? Oh my God, what in the heck? Jeepers, wow. Absolute, what a turd. That's a bad one. And it's funny, folks, because I have over here, look at that. What do you see there? A little upside down, a little frowny face. Okay, that one was, oh goodness gracious. But I look back to it and I say, hey man, was that somebody wanting in real bad? I mean, what happened here? The 1 month chart ran it way up. They wanted in real bad. They ran it down here. It ran up here. They said, man, let's get more. They dropped the cliff off here. Are they just buying right here where it was before, accumulating more to do the same thing, rinse and repeat and do it all over again now, back up to there? I don't know, but man, that thing is, ugh. It's right back where it started from, folks. It's exactly where it started from, and now building a plateau there. So it could do that. It looks, hey, it made it first green day in a long time, folks. That's the first green day in a long time. Look at that. First green day in a whole month. So, maybe it's time. Just watch it. SIGA, everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this on the sheet. I'm going to put a little mark by this for tomorrow. SIGA. Now, some of you who have been making yep. We're going to take a look at another one now. TNXP stock. Let's see how it's looking, what it's doing. And hey, look at that. It's up today in after hours. See, everything was manipulated, folks, today. Everything was manipulated, everybody. And you can see the true sentiment once the MMs got out. Every one of these stocks is already starting to recover, people. It's like under the cover of darkness, under the cover of after hours, they've already started buying in for tomorrow and the tomorrow and Friday's run. They just can't hold themselves back. That's my call on it. Wait till you see how much the futures is up tonight. I can't wait to see how much the futures is up tonight. I really can't. I honestly can't wait to see how much the futures is up. Okay. Let's get back over here. Hey, besides TNXP, and by the way, those entries were way, way higher when we were buying those. I'm glad we sold those because those were at 49 cents and it's at 16 now. 49 cents way back and now it's at 16. Wow. On the 16th, ISPO. How's it doing? $3.99. And ladies and gentlemen, that on the 16th was at $4.30. $4.30 and closed at $4.46 on Friday, but now $3.99. Volume looks non-existent. 20,000 shares when it averages 800,000. There was no volume today on this move. There was no one selling anything. No one was panicking. This is all just a big old MM move today, in my opinion. Next, let's take a look. SEEL. SEEL stock. Take a look at it. How's it doing? This is a day trader, folks. Down. SEEL. It was at 37 cents. It is now down to 24. So that one is down 30%. ASTS. Some of you guys are going to remember these stocks as we go through them because we're getting closer and closer to current right now. We're up right now to about 3 weeks ago. Well, my goodness gracious, look at STS. And ladies and gentlemen, on ASTS, the price on that day where we accumulated this share, ASTS, 30.31, 30.33, 30.44. Bam. Nice. A very, very nice gain today on ASTS. All right, so like I said, we're starting to get up here to places and prices that are more current, and so these are more recent, and chances are people are still holding these who bought these with me just a couple weeks back, okay? So that's a good one there. Congratulations on ASTS. On 810, Z-Car. On 810, it was mentioned Z-Car. The price was 1684. So it is down a little bit. Z-Car has receded during the last month. From there down to this level here, right at about the middle And any news could make the thing jump all the way back up to 22 cents. 22 cents on any news. We already know that. It can spike. It can spike very fast. And right now it's at the halfway point between where it started and where it went up to. So that's a pretty good consolidation area halfway. It's a good step up. It's a nice step up. Hang on if you got that. It's going to pop again one day. OCGN. OCGN. And you guys know I'm getting closer and closer to stocks that we had just recently acquired. And OCGN was a price at 122. I bought 100 shares at 122. And I'm still holding them. I'm holding those. So I got a little bit of that one. Next one is LGMK. LGMK. 2079. That one was at 22 cents. And I bought 1,000 shares. That's what I did. So I'm down a little tiny bit on that one. MLGO on 819. MLGO. There it is. MLGO likes to go along with HOLO. MLGO at 39. And folks, this thing was at 56. And I bought 200 shares. 200 at 56 cents. I got a whole $100 in this thing, basically. And I'm glad I didn't put any more. That's for dang sure. 819. SIDU. Here it is. And this thing was at 298. SIDU on 819 was at 298. And I bought some of this at 298. And today you can see they ran it down 9 cents. So basically, there went it today. That's what they did. Everything I bought it just went today. And we'll see what happens. I'm still holding on to that one too. These are ones I'm all holding, folks, a little bit of. And I have very little amounts of these. Very little. I have 600, 900 of that total. 900 shares total. The next one, LUNR. LUNR. We're getting more recent now. This one was one LUNR stock was picked out on the 21st. And this is where the buys were on LUNR on the 21st. And I bought 200 at 520, 200 at 521, 200 at 524, 200 at 525. And I'm still holding on to these. And you can see it's at 532 in the after hours. So that was another good one. I'm holding that. LUNR. I'm holding that long. And Lumen. Anything I buy now from Lumen from now on will be long. LUMN. The next one is REVB. REVB. REVB stock. There it is. This was on the 21st. RVEB. The 21st was one of the ones I thought might be a mover and a time to get in. RVEB. And it has absolutely, completely collapsed. And I sold, it says here, all those, thank God. And I did take a hit on them because I sold them at 277 and 288. I had bought 298 to REV, 298 to 231. And look at the price now, 98 cents. Oh my God. What happened over the last month? Look at that thing just get completely trenched. All right, well, that's not good. And anyway, like I said, fortunately it says out to the side here, sold 277 and 288. Jeez, man, hope none of you are holding on any more of that piece of turd. Next. Going to take a look over here at APDN. APDN. $120. And this one has been cut in half. I've sold 950 of this at $5.77. It was on a Friday high of $12.18. And I missed it. I didn't see it when it was up there that high. I missed it. And I could have made a freaking absolute fortune on APDN, but I missed the high at $12.18. The low was $4.87 that day. The high, $12.18. I sold it at $5.77 after I had bought it from $2.66 to $2.81. And that's this stock here, APDN. I bought it from $2.66 to $2.81. That's the price range I bought it in. And then I sold it right here at $5.77. And it went Friday to $12.18, everyone. And don't get me wrong, when the price had gone from $2.66 to $5.77, I doubled my money on it. I made 100% gain on the thing almost. So I wasn't complaining about that, but I sure did miss the big run. Oh well, you can't always do it, but two in the hand is worth one in the bush, or the other way around. One in the hand is worth two in the bush. The next one we're going to look at now after that is GDC. And you guys already know where I've been buying and selling this and buying it and selling it. It's just been crazy. And it's just been so prosperous, folks. Back here, when started buying GDC on 8/21, look at the prices: $4.31, $4.33, $4.44, $4.49, $4.43, $4.47 right there, $4.48, $4.49, $4.50, 1,250 shares total. Golly. And look at the Friday high, $12.18, after buying all those shares right there, GDC. Kaboom, sold $12.11, $12.13, $12.14, $12.15, $12.16, $12.17, $12.18. And I had orders at $12.19 that never filled. Dang, people. That's a sweet one. And then we've got ASST there, and you guys saw what that did today. Dang, look at that thing. And it was up way more than that, folks. This thing hit $3.50 today, folks. $3.50 a share. And look at the buys on the ASST here. $2.31 and $2.33. Oh my gosh. Cha-ching, everyone. And since we looked at the MLGO, let's look at the whole O2. Wow. Woo. And see how it was manipulated down, and look at how it's recovering here already. All of these things, folks, it's just across the board. It's everyone you look at. It just has the absolute stench of greedy ETFs and hedge funds manipulating all day long. It just has the absolute stench of it, everyone. It's horrible how much it stinks. The smell coming off of today's market. It just is, you can just fill your nostrils with it, and it almost makes you want to puke. Because of the manipulation today, it's just saturated with it across the board. Every stock. run down all day long, and every one of them now going green in after hours across the board, almost every single one of them you look at. There are a few exceptions, of course. All right, folks, I hear it's time now for me to call it a day. As for what my thumbnail will be tomorrow, I have no idea. MODD is rocking right now. Susan, thank you. MODD. One hour ago, announces FDA clearance of the Mod 1 insulin pump. Here we go, folks. One of these days, folks, you're going to see this stock here do the same dang thing. And that is, and you already know, TENX. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see this thing leap like you've never seen a stock run up in your life before one day. This thing is going to make the FDA announcement, folks, and it's going to go through the frickin' roof. It's going through the roof, folks. It's going to explode. They just got a $10 million capital raise because everybody knows that they're getting this approval. It says this capital raise enables the company to accelerate levosimendan's trial activity and maintains the company's momentum towards approval in pulmonary hypertension from heart failure with preserved ejection fraction. Since the beginning of the year, the company has enrolled the first patient in the oral levosimendan trial, presented data at a cardiovascular conference, and hosted a KOL event. The company was also granted a new patent, and it's expanded its license rights for levosimendan with Orion. All right. Below, we summarize financial results. And folks, I want you to know that this company right here is on the stage 3 development and final phase, and they are going to be announcing a federal approval for hopefully very soon for that medication, levosimendan. And I know that the federal government wants it, the FDA wants this drug. So there you go, folks. You see what can happen to a stock. You can see what can happen to a stock when it gets that approval. Look what that just did to that stock there that she just mentioned there. It's just skyrocketing on that news, folks. All right. Holo's up in after hours. Good for it. I'm going to close these windows down now. You can remind me of them tomorrow. TSSI. MGOL is up in after hours. The volume is flowing into the market. Look at WISA, up in after hours. WTO, wouldn't be surprised to see it up in after hours after manipulation all day. Everything was manipulated. It's still there, down a little. TOVX, oh my gosh. Still down in after hours. TRIB, holding it 333, 33, 33. SIFY down 4% in after hours. People were asking me about this today. I thought it might not be a good idea to buy it, even though it looked like it was at the low, and I was right. Now, the price already today was, however, 49 cents. 49 cents, and it ended up at 62. The high of the day, folks, was 66 cents. And it closed 1 cent off of the high, folks. Get ready for this one tomorrow, folks. SIFY. Okay? We'll be watching that one. SIFY. All right. Okay, closing that one. We're going to watch that in the morning, SIFY, folks. Okay. Next, PDD, that one's out of here. NVIDIA. How did it end up today, folks? 107.17. Oh, good. It's a 7. 717. Good. That's a good engine number. It's rising, folks. I want to see 108 by the end of the evening tonight because I bought it at 108 today. Goodbye, NVIDIA. Thank you for your participation in the channel. Lumen, folks, is Lumen. All right, man, look at that thing getting ready to expand and spread its wings higher. Short-eating porpoise all the way on the today's 1 month chart. It's just a thing of gorgeousness, folks. Lumen, L-U-M-N. Stick with it, folks. GDC's the same way, folks. She's going, folks. She's rising. And even today, after this, I bet you in the after hours, this thing's green. Let me see if it's green. And as I start to close these windows, nope, it's down smidge. And look at it at 688. Let them accumulate there tonight and watch this thing run tomorrow. GDC continues its climb. Good place to buy it at 688, everybody. I'm out of here on that one. Next, FFIE. Oh my gosh, look at that, folks. It's at 560. And I know some of you boys and girls are making some good money right now on FFIE. I know I am. I know I am for sure. And you know what? I had a feeling this was going to happen, and I even said it to you guys. Jeepers creepers, folks. You guys see that? I bought this one just the other day at 28 cents. Someone told me about it, and I picked it up a couple days ago. Look at it jump today. And then this is the same thing it did yesterday. What is up with this thing? This is crazy. This is the exact same thing that it did yesterday. They're swinging this thing 20% per day right now in the after hours. This is the same thing they did yesterday. Exact same thing. Somebody's making some serious money swinging this thing like this. I'm telling you, I saw this last night. It went up yesterday 9%, and last night it was down 9%. And today I see it up 11.96, and now it's down 11.53. What in the world is happening with this? MM action like I've never seen happen before. This is 2 in a row like this, folks. 2 days in a row. Wow. What's going on there? What is up with this thing? How do they keep doing this? I mean, it's crazy, folks. I'll tell you what, if I was you, I saw this thing go up 8% yesterday and down 8% in after hours. Today I see it rise 11%, now down, now only 10.9, so somebody might have already caught on to this. But man, that's very, very interesting, and I'm going to leave that page open for that reason. I'm not going to close that one. EBS down a fraction today. Goodbye to it. Man, oh man, that is just so weird, folks. CING, BFLY. I can't wait to see what this thing done in after hours. Where is this now? Yep. Up a little smidge. I was telling you to buy some of this afternoon. I thought it would look good at 148. I thought it was a good buy. BFLY today. Next, BOF. Wow. Did they beat the OF out of that thing? No doubt, man. Look at that. BOF just beating the OF, and it's down to 08888 close there almost. Exactly. 287 close. Come on, really? Take it down 15% and close it down 8888 percentage wise and have the price at 288 close. Come on. Wow. Manipulation. Manipulation. You can see all those 8s. Oh, you can see they sealed BOF's fate. Oh, yeah. They sealed its fate with that closing 15088888. down to 288 off of the high today of 320 a share. What a power short ETF hedge fund market maker move that showed there. Strength. All right. Well, I'm closing that one too. You can remind me tomorrow when it takes off as well. Barfly is making to make a move here, folks. But butterfly, not barfly. I'm sorry, folks. It says millions are pouring inside money into this. There's $1 million of insider money going into this stock right now. Insiders are buying it like mad. Going over here to the statistical chart, we'll see how much of it is owned by insiders. It says down here, shares outstanding, 186 million. It says held by insiders, 15% of the company held by insiders. Okay, well, gotcha. %29 held by institutions, people, and we're up to 50% on Sofi now. So, anyway, we'll say goodbye to Barfly. I don't know what to say about that thing. That thing's nuts. I'll keep that one open too. But how do you like Sofi rising from in the after hours, starting to slowly make its climb? And what do you know, folks? Do you think that MODD will keep going up? Is it too late? MODD. Let me take a quick look at it. MODD. I've looked at this before. Well, here's the deal. These medical companies that get clearances on these things can get run up very, very, very quickly, and then they can get capped. And then they just seem to just drop and drop and drop and drop. Someone takes advantage of it there, and they get all the excitement behind it, and they run that thing up, and I would be extremely cautious here. Let me put it this way. Right now, my friend, the downside risk is far outweighed by the upside potential. And you may want to look at where historically the highs have been and where it is right now, at that point that it's at right now. Do you see how many times it's hit that before and dropped way down afterwards? Be careful. Be careful. Look at that. It's at the same place right now. The downside risk is far too much against the upside potential here in my professional, non-professional opinion. I'm a professional, non-professional. But I know what charts look like, and I look across that and I go, whoa, danger, danger, danger. Take your profits and run, bloke. Don't hang around. This thing could be a real dagger and could put a real cutting on you. I'd be completely coffee. If I'm telling you, mate, right now you should be very cautious about buying that stock right there. I wouldn't recommend it at all. So having a look at it there, I'd say no. I'd say, bloody, it looks like a stingray to me. That looks like a freaking stingray. And I'd say stay clear of it. And you know what I mean, all right? So, watch your P's and Q's around that type of thing. Shh. Susan H. YYGH. But I do appreciate you throwing that across. I'll take a look at that on the plate because it was worth taking a look at. It was very much worth it for sure. YYGH stock Yahoo. Right now, folks, we're taking a look at one of our favorite fish that joins us here in the tank quite often, and her name is Susan H. She's a real patriot who gives often to the channel and helps support it. If it wasn't for her, this thing here, this channel wouldn't be here either. There are many steadfast catfish who are the reason I'm here now today. And YYGH, what's the delicious news? Last month? Huh? See, let me explain. I just don't dig it when I see 35% gains on zero news that I can source out. Now, if I wanted to, I could probably get into Google and I could do some find out what this is all about, why this thing is going, this data and technology driven company. I could go in there and I could spend 10 minutes to figure out what is the real reason why it's going up. But another thing I don't like about this stock is I cannot see any fundamental numbers here. I don't see what their revenues were, what their earnings were, if there's any analysts that are behind it. I can't see any numbers. I can't see if they're positive, if they're negative. I just don't like stocks that I can't follow that. I know I could take the time to look into it, but I just like the simplicity and ease of companies that have it over there on Yahoo. This company does not, and for that reason and that reason alone, I would say no to this stock. I just don't like things I can't track and see how they're doing and monitor it. So that's me. That's just me. That's crazy old catfish. Bye-bye. And if you guys thought we were going to hit $8 and not stop there and pull back for a little bit and take a breather and let everybody get consolidated here at 750 before we make the next push over 8 to 9, and we will. But this is just part of the process, folks. We have to remember how this game is played. We know what the MMs do. We know their method of operation. We've seen it many times. And we just have to know to stay steadfast with what we believe in. And today you can see the number they stopped it at was a 777 number. And you already know that that is a number to sell. And this morning when it got there, I told you I was selling there. When the price got to 776 and 77, I told you I was selling there. And I told every one of you that I was doing it when I did. You just got to start taking advantage of these numbers where I have them on this sheet where it says to sell at 776 and 777. And did I sell tons and tons of shares? No, I did not. I sold 3,000 shares there. I sold 3,000, 1,000 at 776, and I had an order at 777 I would have sold. So I only sold 1,000 shares of Sofi today. But I bought them back when they ran it down 748. I said, yep, I'll fill my plate there. Thank you. I'll take it even lower at 742 today. Thank you very much. And that's what you guys need to keep doing too. Just keep buying on these dips because it's going to keep rising. It was at $6. My thumbnail today, I kept every time my channel got cut off today and I had to redo my channel today, I always, after I restarted it, put the same picture up there because they don't want to see that picture. They don't want you to see that picture. And isn't it ironic that my thumbnail has the price on it that they closed today at $7.48? Look at my thumbnail up at the right corner top. What does it say? The number now. It says 748. Almost like I had some sort of a premonition that Sofi was going to close today at that number. Isn't that odd that the thumbnail that I put the highs going higher and higher and higher, the lows going higher and lows going higher and lows going higher, and it says on that thumbnail now 748. I think it's crazy. And I think it's kind of interesting. Yep, I've already looked at WISA. I had it on my list today. It's going to be one to watch tomorrow. I saw what it did today. Very, very congratulatory to anybody that owned WISA today. Yep, I know about it. Yep, Susan, you're welcome. VE, yep, FYBR. And I hope someone gives me a real bolt of lightning that I can get in tomorrow that'll drop. This thing's still going up, and even in the after hours. So this is not a puller backer in the morning. There's not chance. This thing's got a shoulder on it, folks. That's a shoulder. That's no spike at all. That's a doggone shoulder. This thing is a powerhouse. I like the look of that chart a lot. Let's look at the 6 month. Yeesh. What in the world? See, this is what's going to happen with SoFi one of these days, people. Petering along like this at $28, and they pulled it back down to 26. Then it goes up to 29.30. You should have sold at 29.31 because I'm sure it hit that. And then it went down to 26.6 again, 266 or whatever. Then it comes up here to 27. Then it drifts up here to 29. Then they pull it off 29 to 27, $2 back. Then it runs up here again to 29 again. They pull it back from 29 one last time to $27, 28.04, and then the price jumps to freaking 38 bucks a share. And SoFi is going to do the same thing to these measly shorts one of these days. It's going to take off just like that. And the volume, usually that's 1 million, 1.5 million, went to 14 million. Well, SoFi's average volume is 34 million, and it's going to go to 160 or 180 or 250 million shares that day. Yep. What's the news going to be? SoFi, partnership, Apple decided they wanted in. SoFi, bought out offer. Yep, Charles Schwab's offering them $15 per share to buy them out. And by the way, I got news for you. Regardless of all of the bonuses that are coming to SoFi, if they reach $25, $35, and $45 a share, if they got an offer to buy them out, they would have to take it. They'd have to take it for the benefit of the shareholders. There would not be any speculation. There wouldn't have to be a meeting. The shareholders wouldn't get together and vote on it. If they got a big enough offer to buy them out, which they already got one from Charles Schwab already, but they turned that down because they were able to, because it wasn't to the shareholders. But if there's an offer comes our way that's to the shareholders' benefit, Anthony Noto will take that offer. All right? He's no dummy, and he has to. He's obligated to the shareholders to take it. And I'm mentioning this to you because this is a reality that could happen, and it was brought up by an individual on YouTube a while back by the name of Malcolm Etheridge, and you can go back and watch his video where he talks about it and says, hey, everybody, there's a good chance that SoFi could be bought out or be have a partnership, merger with another big entity. Maybe not Apple, but someone like them, he said. Specifically in the interview, he said that. And I believe him. I definitely believe that SoFi's in a prime situation here at this price here that's very attractive to someone to maybe just say, hey, let's just get this thing. And let's turn it into what they're trying to turn it into. But we'll do it with our forces behind us and all that money we've got and power and might. And then they will shove it up to $30 a share afterwards. That's fine with me. But on that day, we're going to make a nice little pot, folks. Guaranteed. So as I watch SoFi now ride up in the after hours and expected to see it continue to rise all the way up until 8 p.m., I just want to thank you all for being here with me. It's time for me to go now. I have to go spend some time with my family. Thank you for your donations, those of you who keep donating. Please tell me about APDN. There's nothing to tell about it at this stage. APDN is a company that has had a great run on it. It was a great time to make a lot of money on it. But on the highs, you have to know when to sell them. These companies that we're tracking here that we get in and out of, we don't stay in them, most of them. There's a few exceptions, and I showed you some of those tonight. But 90% of them, we don't stay in them. We're in for one day, and we're out that day. That's the method here on this channel. Buy low, sell high, same day. Don't stay in. Don't stay in long. And if you did, then that would be a mistake on your part because these stocks are too volatile to stay in them long. I will take take a look at APDN right now just to go take a look at it. But I want you to know that, folks, I recommend that you not stay in any of these long term. They're not good to do that with in most cases. They're too jumpy. And you just got to get in on the big jump run up and then bail out when they start to make their pullback. And as for this company right now, as I look back across the chart, and I'm looking at now a 6-month chart, I'm at a position on this right here where it looks to me like we actually have a recovery starting to occur with the short eating porpoise forming right now. And I expect the price probably to jump from here down and meet this 45 and 50, which are rising. You can see this is a good chart formation, folks. This 10-day snapped right there and came right up over the 45 and 50 very fast, and they started climbing. This is the expected counterattack to stop it all from just going completely over the 200. But this looks very good, folks, to me. I like the look of it. I'll just tell you right now, I like the look of that chart right there. I think if I were going to get some, I'd wait until this thing comes right down to right here in the middle between these two. And that price is going to be 99 cents, right at $1. They'll take it down to 97 and 98 and 99. Get some there tomorrow. 97, 98, 99. Put your buy orders in. Because that's where the two are going to meet right there. That's where they're going to come together. All right? That's my suggestion. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm going to get on out of here now. I want to thank you, as always. I'm very happy that you guys can be here with me and share the time that you do. But it's time for me to go spend with my family. It is 6 o'clock. Been here long enough. I'm going to get on my way. I want to thank you for being here. I do very much appreciate all of your suggestions for charts to look at and for other stocks to look at. It's very, very good of you to do that. Congratulations to anybody who owned ASTS today. And if you're owning any of these other stocks, congratulations. AST, you guys are doing fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to say farewell to you now. And tomorrow, I almost can't wait till 8:01 this evening to see what the futures market is. And something tells me it won't be red. It tells me, even if it is, that tomorrow there'll be a very, very, very brief rundown. And then I think it will be completely off to the moon for Thursday and Friday. And that's what I'm calling for. And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right, everybody, I'm out here. Yep, Baron in the States, thank you very much. Tyler, you're welcome. Jay Martinez, thank you very much. Tiv Florzun, yep, thank you, sir. You're welcome. And I really do appreciate all of you being here, as always. I know many of you just listen and can't jump over and say farewell to me, so I give you a few seconds to say goodbye to me, and then I'm going to be on out of here. And it's been fun. It always is a good time with you guys, and I'm glad that you can experience some of my knowledge and hopefully learn from it and make money off this. Hopefully it's profitable for you all. And last but not least, as you know, besides me wishing you happiness in life, I hope that you have great health, good trading experiences, and good fortune in your ventures in the stock market. And last but not least, as always, that you are surrounded with love, because you deserve it, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, Tony, hey, enjoy your evening with your family. Thank you. We're going to have a delicious dinner, I'm sure, whatever it may be. We're going to have a few cold suds, probably, and just relax and enjoy. So God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.